got in, I got out. Giving all glory to God. Hold up, this ain't me. Tell me how we went from trapping to rapping on BET. Last week I told investing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. They say trap a perfect mixture of Warren Buffett and Meach. No more shoebox money, them portfolios elite. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to another episode. Let me backtrack. Welcome to another amazing episode of Trappin' Tuesdays, y'all. Let's go, man. All right, man, listen. Y'all already know, man, we get into this, man. I want to first and foremost tell y'all thank y'all. Tell you how much I appreciate y'all. Tell y'all how much that without you all, man, there is no us. You know, I want y'all to know that. No matter what my thoughts is, no matter what my sights are set on, no matter how much I think we can do, no matter what I think we can do with the show, I want you to know that without you all, there is no us. There is no Wall Street Trapper. There is no Trappin' Tuesdays. There is nothing else that we do. So I want y'all to just understand how important y'all are to us. I don't know who tell y'all that. I don't know what shows y'all watch, but I want y'all to know that we are forever grateful for y'all, for watching us in the living room, for watching us on your in your bedroom, for watching us in the bathroom, for watching us at work, for watching us on your break room, for just watching Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Just want to tell y'all thank y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Interesting day today. Today I want to talk about the fear of missing out on opportunities, right? And I want to start that by saying most of us get in this game because we understand how phenomenal of an opportunity that presents us when we get into the market. Like, we understand the possibilities on how this game can truly, truly change our life. And so tonight I ain't come to really be real strong about it. I just come to tell you that don't miss these opportunities. Don't let fear keep you on the sideline. Don't let the fear of losing money keep you from making the money that's going to change your life. Don't let the fear of losing money make you miss a moment that could triple your net worth. Don't let the fear of losing money cause you to be the reason why your family doesn't experience freedom. Like, I get it. Like, you might take a loss here, you might take a loss there. I get it. You might sitting on the side. And I'm not even just talking about stocks. I'm talking about in life in general. A lot of times when we do in life in general, we add up the cost first. How much is it going to cost me? What if I lose? But we never think about the opportunity cost, because that's the most expensive one. Because what I've learned about money is, I'm going to be honest with you, man, money come and go. Man, we spend some money that we don't even think about. Some of us got DoorDash bills that's out the gate. Some of us got stuff in our Amazon cart right now that we don't need. Some of us take trips that we don't need. Sometimes we buy clothes that we don't need. And I'm going to use myself, for example. I'm not going to lie. I went to Tom Ford the other day and bought some things. I was like, damn, why did I even buy this? I went there to buy a shirt. I wound up with a shirt. I wound up with a suit. I wound up with a jacket. I wound up with some shoes. I wound up with the socks. I wound up with a handkerchief. I wound up with a belt. And your boy was like, man, thank you, bro. You our favorite color. I'm like, I guess so. When I looked at the bill, I said, I guess so. Right? But I'm saying that to say that we have done some impulse buying before. Why that impulse buying can't be with assets? Why that impulse buying can't be with you betting on yourself? Why you don't have that kind of idea? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I bought this building, I ain't care about nothing. I just saw the vision. And I ain't really care about what it's gonna take for me to get there. Am I gonna take some losses on the way? Hell yeah, man. I've been taking them. Guess what, yo? The vision, it would keep me going. Not the fear of losing the money. Lord knows I done put some M's up in here. I'm going to just be honest with you. But guess what? I know on the other side, it's going to be all greater later. We're going to impact a lot of people. I'm going to get that 100 million I was talking about. I'm going to get that 100 million that I can't stop dreaming about. I'm going to get that 100 million that I can't stop writing about. I'm going to get that 100 million that keep me up at night. You might be like, Trap, why 100 million? Because that's my number. My question to you is, what's your number? What's your number? Right? I was having my stress therapy today, right? And the queen told me something that was so freaking phenomenal. Yo, I said, damn, that's good. She said, Trap, some of us don't even realize this is the life we pray for. She said, we keep moving the goalpost. We get the life we pray for, then we move the goalpost. She said, ain't nothing wrong with moving the goalpost, but you got to be grateful for where you at. I said, ooh. I said, that's it, queen. You just got your tip. I said, you just got your tip. She said, it's okay to move the goalpost, Trap. Like, we supposed to move the goalpost, but we can't move the goalpost until we first have gratitude for where we at. We get the thing that we prayed for and forget that we prayed for. We just be like, yep, on to the next thing. No. Let's be grateful for that we got what we prayed for. And I guarantee you, a lot of you can look at your life right now. You can say, bro, 2 years ago, I prayed for this. 3 years ago, I prayed for this. 4 years ago, I prayed for this. 5 years ago, I prayed for this. And now you in and you ain't even grateful for where it's at. And you feel like you behind because you waiting on tomorrow. You trying to get to tomorrow. And you like, damn, I can't get that. Now you upset because, watch this, tomorrow gonna always be more expensive. And that's where the fear of losing money come from, because you counting the cost on what tomorrow gonna cost you. Let me rephrase that. You counting the price tag on tomorrow. That's it. And you ain't even thinking about that you paid full price to get where you at today. You ain't get a discount to get here. You paid full price to be exactly where you at right now. You ain't getting it on discount. You paid full price. The pain, the hurt, the losses. Loss of money, loss of people close to you, loss of friends, loss of people that's still alive. Everybody ain't dead who you lost. Lost a house, you moved to another state, you lost a job, you lost a car. It felt like everything went wrong at the same time. You paid full price to be here. Ain't nobody give you no discount. Ain't nobody use their friends or full pass. Ain't nobody use the buddy pass for you to give. You paid full price. Life don't give you no discount. You're scared to lose a little money because you keep worrying about what tomorrow, the price tag on that. You living in it right now. Exactly. It's full price. You pay full admission. But for some kind of reason, you forget that you paid to get here. You know why? Because once we achieve something, once we achieve it, the way we wired, it's like, yep, that's normal. I'm gonna back up for a second, y'all. Like, I remember making the first M. Please don't take this as a braggadocious thing. I'm making the first M, y'all. I'm talking about being petrified. I done said this story 1,000,000 times. I'm in New Orleans. I'm sleeping on my great aunt couch. Me and her I made the first M. I said, oh, that's an M. I watched it for 2 weeks. I watched it once it got to like $9.75. I'm watching it. $9.99. I'm watching it. It hit an M. I said, ooh. I showed my great aunt, both of us in the bed, we crying. She said, man, I know a millionaire. I was so petrified, man, I didn't want to leave out the house. I felt like everybody in New Orleans knew I made $1 million, but nobody ain't know because I'm the only one that knew. Right? And then I made the second one. Crazy part was the second one came about 90 days later. Took me 30-something years to make the first one, but the second one came 90 days later. I remember walking out my house panicking. I remember walking out my aunt's house thinking, damn, this dude, somebody chasing me. I remember thinking somebody was following me. I remember going in the crib, getting a pistol like, yo, I think people following me. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Please don't take this as I'm being braggadocious. I don't even look at $1 million the same no more. Not that I disregard it, not that I don't think that ain't a lot of money. I'm just saying I don't look at it the same way as I looked at it when I made the first one. Not saying that you lose an M, you like, damn, I lost an M. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm saying, like, yeah, I want to make $1 million, like, I actually have a plan, like, how we can go get $1 million. If we could do this, and this, we can go get $1 million, fam. May take us a couple weeks, may take us a couple months, but we can go get them. Like, going acquire $1 million is not the hard thing no more. The hard thing now is when we get the million, how do we not pay Uncle Sam everything we got to pay him? I'm at a different level of my thinking process behind money. But I want you to understand, now the goal is, how do we get 100 of them? Because if you can get $1 million once, you can get $1 million twice. If you get $1 million twice, you can get it 10 times. If you get it 10 times, you can get it 100 times. So 100 million ain't doing nothing but going to get 1 million 100 times. That ain't hard. It's not hard as you think it is. It's hard because you ain't made the first one yet. So the hardest thing right now is like, yo, how do I get the first one? But watch this. In order to get the first one, you got to remove the fear. You got to remove the fear of losing. Or let me rephrase that. You losing out of fear. Because the $1 million gonna cost you. Yep, the $1 million gonna cost you. $500,000 gonna cost you. Everything costs. So stop looking for it on a discount. Everything, and you gotta pay full price. Full price is the pain, the suffering. The man, is it gonna go right? What am I doing wrong? There's doubt that comes with going after something you ain't never attained before. There's hesitation that comes with going after something you ain't never attained before. And there's a process of crushing. It's called a crushing process. It's the process where grapes gotta get crushed before they become wine. For some people, they just know they like fine wine. Some people only like the finished product. They don't know the process that the grape gotta go through. That after they get crushed, they gotta get pressurized. Then they gotta sit. The fine wine ain't the wine you get as soon as it crushed. The fine wine is the wine that sat. The Welch's is the one you get as soon as it crushed. You get the Welch's as soon as it's crushed. You get the Welch's. Now you bring Welch's to a wine connoisseur, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. They're gonna ask you why you insulting me. Stop going for Welch's. That means if you won't go get something that's fine, you won't get something that's prestige, you won't get something that got a little to it, you gotta sit. You gotta get crushed, and then you gotta sit. But we don't want to sit. We don't want to sit, because sitting mean I ain't doing nothing. Sitting is meaning you adding value. Sitting mean you accumulating worth. Sitting mean separating yourself. There's a reason why people pay so much for wine that is aged. It's the reason why people pay more money for older wine. It's the reason why people come and say, hey, this is 1876, this is 1921. This is, because that means it's sat. That means it was able to preserve. That means it was able to acquire a different taste than the Welch's. So if you're gonna be after something that you ain't never attained before, you gotta get rid of that losing out of fear mentality. And I'm gonna be real with you, y'all. It's something I've learned on this journey. And I'm speaking to you as I'm gonna say this, and I don't usually put it out there like that, but I'm gonna say this because I feel like this is one of the moments, man. All right, I'm gonna put this out there, bro, and I know I'm gonna get criticized for it, and because this ain't my thing. I'm gonna just say it like this, like you talking to somebody who, me show how I say this, man. I want to make sure I deliver this the right way because I know somebody listening. There's a couple people that's probably listening to this, that's listening to this for all the wrong reasons. All right, so I want to give you you got to be mindful of that in these days, right? So I want to say this right. I want to say that I'm living in a space in my life where I've acquired more money than I ever thought was possible, but I've also lost more money than I ever thought was possible, and I've also given Uncle Sam more money than I ever thought was possible, and yet I'm still here. That's a good way to put that. You do what you want to do with that. But I'm telling you, in the process of that, I'm telling you this. I just sat outside right there and I said, bro, I want y'all to understand, you're looking at somebody that's not worth $100 million yet in my bank account, but I promise you I'm going to get $100 million. And the reason why I can say is because I understand how the game go. And I'm going to tell you something I've learned along this journey, and I'm in this space right now that's so amazing to me is I learned that the only way you lose the game is if you die or you quit. It's the only way you lose this game. The only way you lose this game is if you die or if you quit. And if you die, it don't merely mean you lost, it just means game over. But if you quit, you gotta feel it forever. And the only thing you get from quitting is a constant reminder that you gave up when shit got hard. Yep. You just get a constant reminder that you gave up when shit got real, when shit got hard, when shit got tough, when the pressure got thick. You gave up. You chose the way out. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, do you want to be fine wine or do you want to be Welch's? Because the Welch's going to always be for kids. And then when the kids grow up, they going to want fine wine because they going to acquire a new taste. So I'm just saying, you got to endure some shit, y'all. You got to endure. You can't negotiate the necessary. Either you want it or you don't. Either you got to change what you say you want or you got to change what you say you want. I ain't changing. It's $100 million or nothing. I ain't changing. It's $100 million or nothing. So it's not about the $100 million. It's about what do I got to become to go get it. Just like when I made $1 million trade, I kept saying it. It was $1 million trade or nothing. You can't take that from me. It was buying a building, $860,000 from the market. You can't take that from me. It's already written. It's already documented. So it's $100 million or nothing. Ain't no settling. What I got to learn? Who I got to pay to learn from? Watch this. What losses do I got to take that's going to prepare me for the hundo? That be my mindset. What losses I got to take to prepare me for the hundo, fam? But we get so comfortable judging people from the sidelines. We get so comfortable of having so much to say about people who go and get it. Guess what, man? Say what the hell you want to say about me because you're going to talk even more about when I go get that 100. I'm telling you the same thing. Let them talk, fam. Let the people around you, oh, that stock market crashing. What you got to say now? Holler at me in a year. Holler at me in 6 months. Holler at me in 8 months. Oh, that crypto crashing. What you got to say now? Holler at me in 6 months. Holler at me in 8 months. Oh, the housing market down. You can't flip no houses now. Holler at me in 6 months. Holler at me in 8 months. Play the long game. Once you learn to play the long game with everything, you disregard what's happening in the short term. I'm here for the long term. I ain't going nowhere. I'm paying market value. I don't want no discounts. You ain't got to give me nothing. You ain't got to give me nothing. I don't want your deal. I don't want the half off. I don't want the family and friend discount. Give me mine the hard way. I ain't tripping. Ain't no fear over here. If he dies, he dies. If the money gone, we go get some more because they don't stop printing it. Once you learn the rules to the game, you know it's designed for you to win. The problem is you don't really understand the rules. You keep thinking the rules is for somebody else. You keep thinking the rules is for everybody but you, but yet you keep seeing multiple people win. You keep saying, not me. You keep saying, but they got this. You keep saying, if I would have had that. What do you have now that can make you win? What do you have now? What do you have now? So get rid of that fear of losing, fam. Get it out your brain. Get it out your nervous system. Let the losses be lessons. And let the wins be wine. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. Episode 187, man. Let's rock, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Hey, you already went to the bathroom, though, before, right?
Huh?
You already went to the bathroom. Look, man, that joke was crazy. And I ain't Welch's.
And I drank Welch's.
Hey, that Welch's be fire, though, when we was a kid.
Negro here.
Real talk.
Man, get this Negro, man.
How you feeling, man?
Hey, bro, I'm going to tell you something. Man, I feel good because my stretch lady came. Listen, she's just the best, bro.
Hey, she had you looking like a little kid. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, my dog look like a little kid.
I be smiling?
Well, just like, because she's stretching, it just looked different. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you were smiling too.
Hey, bro, I remember.
You ever farted on her? Bro, you know when you stretch it and it joint be, come on. That ain't even, whoa. Bruh. Everybody, see, y'all about to have me do a poll. Y'all know when y'all be stretching and it be farting. Stop.
Man, get Jose, bro. Bro, get this man. Why is that the thing? Have you farted while you stretching?
Ah, go ahead.
Have you farted?
Bruh. They know. They know.
Why?
They know, bruh.
Why? Lord, listen, I know that's part of my assignment. I know it. I know it, God. That's my assignment. That's my assignment. That's my bro that you said, yep, you built like this. This nigga is the complete opposite. Yep, you got to deal with it. I'm putting him on you. I'm putting him on you. You got to deal with it. If you won't get this, this is the thorn. This is it. You got to do it. It's not your kid. It's not your cousins. It's him. It's him who I'm giving you.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Somebody said you could have built your way to that, Jose. Like you could have built some momentum. Like, hey, how's it feel? Hey, you ever farted while you did that? Like he come out the gate. Hey, you ever farted while you No, nigga. Nah, I got control of myself, nigga.
I mean, I wanted to ask you that, but you was in your Zen moment, so I was trying to leave you be.
Nah, man. If I'm being honest, bro, like, no, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Here's how I feel. So as men, like as people, period, we hold stress in different parts of our body. We hold trauma in different parts of our body. But also what we don't realize is like, kind of when you get older, like you gotta make sure you have movement. So you start to realize that movement is medicine, for real, right? And movement is a lot of stuff. It's walking. It's why the 10,000 steps is important. It's why getting up to do Carter is important. It's why, you see older people walking, right? It's why, when the weather get right, I start doing the mountains all the time. And I want to do a Wall Street Look Like Us Now walk where we do like the mountain. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that we neglect is stretching. I was telling Rob, we go to the gym, they be like, that shit don't do nothing.
Nothing. It's for the look.
Bro, that don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, what she be doing, I was telling her today, I'm like, bro, it's uncomfortable but it feel amazing. The way she be like twisting my body to this side, twisting me to that, I'm like, bro, I can feel my body like stretching. And I remember when I was going to the chiropractor and he told me something, he said, I can adjust you. So the adjustment is what you need. He was like, but there's like in your, like I'm gonna say your hips, and as men, we don't like to say we got hips. I ain't got no hips, but a lot of stuff sit in your hips. So one of the things she do that I really, really enjoy is she does this butterfly pose. And it's where like both of your feet are inside each other and then your knees is out like that. And she literally puts her feet on my, like the inside of my thighs and push down on them, bro. I can feel, I be wanting to say, bro, stop. And then she'll pull me forward.
Yeah.
And every time I take a deep breath, she'll get another grip and she'll pull me forward. And bro, I can literally feel my lower back just like getting a breather. Like it's stretching, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I remember my chiropractor telling me how your spine is set up and how it's like together. It's like Lego blocks. And then what happens is the reason why people start having lower back pain is because they don't move. They start getting locked up. And so now your spine is supposed to be flexible. Your spine is supposed to really be able to do this. It's supposed to be able to do this. But what happens is they start getting locked up. All those little links, if you go look at this, if you go look at like an x-ray of your spine, all those little grooves, I don't know what they call, so I'll be lying if I said the name of it. But if you look at all of those little grooves, they supposed to be like an accordion. Well, what happens is when you sit down a lot, when you not doing nothing a lot, they start locking up. And so now, like if two of them lock up, then now you got lower back pain. Right? But now what happens is when two of them lock up, the rest of them got to make for that. And it don't just be your lower spine. So now your hips start moving. Now your knee, because now it's like a car. Once your car gets out of line, everything else got to make up for that. So what the stretching does is, it like, nope, get loose.
Yeah.
She be, I ain't gonna lie, she do her thing, bro. Vertebrae, there you go, vertebrae, thank y'all. And so, bro, it just, and I'm not gonna lie, it almost be feeling like endorphins be being released, bro.
Yeah.
Because I be feeling lightheaded, I be feeling like, but in a good way. Like every time she go to another move, I just be like, give me a second, you know? And I just sit there and just like, I be like, man, that shit felt good. I be this close to saying I love you, yeah? I be this close to saying I love you. I be wanting to say, what your boy saying on Harlem Nights? Call your mom. Tell her I ain't coming home. But now I think everybody should, somebody say vertebrae. Bro, I ain't been in school in 50 million years. You act like I pulled the know. I don't be knowing, bro. God damn, bro.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I didn't went, that's your vertebrae. And I don't know that shit, man.
They just extra smart.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The hip bone connected to the...
Yeah, I don't know all them different names for them things, but it ain't even the vertebrae because it's those individuals are called something. There's a name for each one of those. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said I get it done twice monthly. Literally, she been coming and she like, she was like, you coming every week. She said, this is gonna be, but bro, I could feel it different. She was so like today she did something that was crazy though. She was on my hips for a very long time. I said, why are you in my hips like that? She was like, I don't know what you did this week, but it's tight. It's real tight this week. I said, all right, bet. And I was like, damn, like you really in? She was pushing down on her, bro. I was like, damn. So anyway, man, I think that's it, man. I think that for me it's just, I feel like I'm in a different mode right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, oh, shout out to Nat. Appreciate the super chat, Queen. I feel like I'm doing things right now that's taking me where I gotta go at.
Yeah.
So it's like getting up in the morning, 5:30. You know what I'm saying? Spending that first hour, me, God, and then it's God listen to called Neville Goddard. Goddard, something like that. Listen to him, impactful. From there, gym, an hour. Come back home, it's giving me time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm feeling like I'm getting more out of my days right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like my days is not, like there was a part of my time where I felt like my days would get on top of me.
Yeah.
And I would feel like, damn, my day putting pressure on me. Now, I'm putting pressure on my days.
Ooh.
And I kind of like that. I'm putting pressure on my days. But like, nah, you got me twisted. Like, this is what we doing. So I'm handling the phone calls. I'm handling the Zoom calls. I'm coming shoot the content. I'm, getting inside the chat. I'm doing the stuff that's necessary to make me feel better, bro. And to make me feel like I'm moving in the right direction. And so that's it. And so everybody, I'm gonna tell you something that's been really good though. A lot of people been counting me on my skin, bro. And I feel good about that.
Moisturize.
I've been taking my
He asked me, he said, hey, I'm shiny? I said, yeah, a little bit.
I've been taking my skin game serious, bro. I see why Nat be taking hers so serious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I take my shit serious, dog. Like, literally, like, doing a routine in the morning, doing a routine at night, consistently, retinol at night.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cleanser, toner, retinol, moisturizer.
Okay. Got the
morning,
arsenal.
Cleanser, toner, vitamin C, eye mask.
Yeah.
24K, 20-minute, come off.
I think you leave them on there longer than the 20. One day you
When
had
I go to talking and stuff, yeah. Moisturizer, and then SPF. I just been taking it serious, bro.
Let's go.
I just been taking it serious. I've been in the gym, so people like, man, Trap, you.
Looking slim. That's why you be looking at yourself on the video wall all the time.
Man, get on my face. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Hey, real talk. Just one quick announcement. No April Fools tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's going to be March 32nd. We ain't doing April Fools this year. We grown this year. And
Bro, what type of time you on?
Look, you know what, really? My birthday's Saturday.
Got something going on in your
My
life?
birthday.
You need to talk to us about
My birthday's Saturday.
Man,
so I feel
flush your kids, man. All right.
I'm just enjoying.
What you got going on right now? This man said tomorrow is March 32nd.
No April Fools. We ain't doing April Fools this year.
I don't get it.
Celebrating early. Let's go.
People love April Fools, dog. And I've been drinking my water, dog. That's one. I've been drinking like 3 bottles of water a day.
Yeah.
Somebody said Trap got that soul.
Water is the skin and ab juice.
Water is good, man. So anyway, let's go, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We had a rally in the market today. We had got some stuff talking about Apple. We got some stuff talking about Donald Trump. We got some stuff talking about, we going into April, which is a pretty good month. I want to shout out our chief of staff. Just purchased a home, bro. I just want to shout. Y'all give a,
Let's go.
Y'all just say, congratulations in the chat. Say, congratulations, chief of staff. Just bought a home. Just say, congratulations, chief of staff. Yeah. Just bought a home. We saluting to that. All right, man, let's get to it, man. Let's shout out some of my people right quick, man. Paul Bricks, I see you. Belina, I see you. Carolina Blue, I see you. Will Mack, I see you. Wanda T, I see you. E. Will, I see you. SB, I see you. Double R, I see you. Shelly Booker, I see you. Square Beers 125, I see you. L Smiley G, I see you. Melody 1770, I see you. DC the Collector, I see you. Kiera, I see you. Tanya Wilcox 6805, I see you. Cheese and Bread, salam alaikum. Pascal, I see you. Wallstreet Neil, I see you. Carlos Rossi, I see you. Chopper Fellas, I see you. Kareem Amos, I see you. Stello 76, I see you. Miss Drake, I see you. S Salt, I see you. Drift I see you. Horace, I see you. Erica Jones, I see you, family. Nappy Lifestyle, 850, I see you, family. Freddie Cruz, I see you, family. Gabriel Parks, I see you. Yes, I see you. I like when they do that. Be like, Trap, you see me? I see you. Jay Measy, I see you. Davion, man, what's up, man? My God, Davion, man, what's up? Thornton, I see you. GT, whoa, that felt like an eye exam. GTF, GTK, what up, though? Tori Simmons, you know we see you, love. Sean P. Pay, we see you. Ernso 2123, we see you. Smurf Adams, we see you. Doug Perry, what's good, fam? I feel like I ain't saw you in a while. Nathan Higgins, what's good, man? Sean P. Pay, what's good? I see y'all. Larry Morgan, I see you, OG. Genesis 0099, I see you. Cringelification. What's up, family? What's up from Seattle? I see you. D-Tate 513, I see you. You know how you say, just say D-Tate, Trap. Just say D-Tate, I see you. You know I wasn't gonna say that, dog. Love Indoor, Trap, I see you. Yep, I see you. Mr. Dude 7702, I see you. Let me see. Hold on. Dang, hold on. I do see you, but it's going too fast. Infamous Lynn? Yep, I see you. Holla at your boy Trap King Me 305. I see you. Rudy 4023. What's up, brother? K Live TV. I see you. Trying to catch y'all, dog. Terry Biles, we in the building. B-Mo in here. Yep, B-Mo in here too. Aura LLC. Yeah, I see you. Bro, shutting out the whole community. I be trying, bro, because they be saying, Trap, you be saying the same names. I'm like, bro, I be trying to call as many as I can. Tamara Buchanan, I see you, family. I can't forget you. Live from Jamaica, I see you. Years old Trap, what's poppin'? I see you. All right, let's get to it, man. TUTZ, yes, I see you, family. Jerry's in the building, what's good? Charles Fisher, I see you. Columbia in the building. The Bronx in the building. I'm going to... Ashley, what's up? Ashley Adina. Did I say that right?
Nah, Adana.
What it is? Adana?
Yeah.
Soon to be what?
Oh, that's the middle name. It's still gonna be Bennett though. You know what I'm saying?
Ashley what?
Adana Bennett.
Bennett.
Chill.
Ashley Bennett. I like how that... AB. I'm about to start calling her AB. I'm about to start calling her AB. All right, that's it, man. We good for the night. Let's get to it, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. All right. So, here we go. Let's get our mantra out here first. Come on, man. Y'all see the boy, man. I've been in the gym, slimming up. Hitting that 265. Rob, how much you hitting in the gym? He ain't putting that 265 on that, Rob.
He didn't even say a number, did he?
Huh?
He said a number? Rob, what you hitting in the gym?
What you put in the gym, Rob?
265? Yeah. He said 350. Bruh, did you see his face? He said, man, my bench press up, man. I'm at 350.
My bench press getting crazy.
350?
350. Yeah, I'm military fresh 205.
I got footage too, right? 265. All right, bet. I got you. 350?
That's all,
350
that's
on
all
the
you had to
flat?
say.
350 on the flat? How many times? 5. This nigga crazy. That man lost his mind, man. That man say 350.
You
Man,
gotta
let's
see
say
that.
this mansion, man. We're gonna try something else, yeah? Let's go, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money, no longer will the generations behind me inherit lack, no longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am first generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go. Somebody say Trap ain't 200 pounds. I'm like 185, dog. I'm like 185, but I'm hitting 165. Stop playing. Y'all saw me throw that 165 up there 2 times. Stop playing. At 185, I threw up that 160, 265. Stop playing. Don't play with me now. Don't, I ain't no lightweight now. I'm pushing P. Stop playing with me now. Don't think it's a joke. Get smoked like coke.
You jive turkey?
Come on, right on. Gotta hit him with that right on. All right, man, let's get to it, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. We got a lot to talk about. What we got first? Trap on the charts. Trap on the charts, and I bring my pen.
Let's
Let
go.
me do this. Wait a minute. Let me do this. I thought somebody was going to say, why you keep doing that, cuz? All right, let's get it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready on squad? Okay. All right, let's look at this chart right quick. So let's first of all, let's look at, we're going to set something up right here. Okay, so as we can see, Trap, get the VCR. No, I'm not doing that. All right, so I was talking to my Patreon earlier today. We went live. So I'm going to say something too. I'm going to show y'all what I did today, and I'm going to let y'all monitor it as well, right? And so here we go. Let's take a look at what we got going on right here. I know there's some new people to like maybe looking at charting and looking at some things. And here's what I'm going to tell you too, right? Like, you should, even the best traders keep refining what they're looking at on a chart. They're going to refine and refine and refine and refine, and they're going to keep getting it. They're going to keep looking. They're going to keep looking. K9 Sports Media, I see you, fam. And so that's what you should be doing. You should be refining. And so I was showing them something that I want y'all to see, right? So I was like, yo, if you look at this chart, you can totally see. We've been talking about this consolidation right here for a long time. That's the purple box. And we've been talking about that for a very long time. And so now you can see what happens if you leave out of it, right? And we have been talking about it for a long time. So now you can see what happens when your stage 2, this is a good lesson for y'all, when your stage 2 converts into a stage 3 and then falls into a stage 4. Y'all see it? Let me know if you see that in the chat. All right? Now you have a good idea what happens when your stage 2 goes into a stage 3 and then falls into a stage 4. Does everybody see that? Right? This is the Wyckoff, the guy who came up with it. This is the Wyckoff theory, right? It says that the market has 4 stages. Stage 1 is accumulation. Stage 2 is the markup. Stage 3 is when it gets to distribution. Stage 4 is the markdown. Right? Now, the thing about a stage 2 is a stage 2 can turn into a stage 1 or a stage 3. So you got to be careful with it. Right? A stage 2 can turn into a stage 1 or a stage 3. So you got to really be careful with it. So, and looking at that, I don't have the moving averages and up and all that. And so I want you to just have an idea of what's happening here. So let's talk about what I want to talk about something because I want people to understand this, right? Because a lot of people don't get this, right? And it's going to help you out a lot. And I'm talking to my trappers today in the Patreon. They was like, bro, that was such an epiphany for us. And that's what I be trying to do, man. Go live with them and, help them out a lot. So I want to show you something. So I'm going to do something. So let's do this. We already understand, and watch what I'm going to say here. We already understand that a stage 2 or uptrend needs a high that bounces, creates a what? Higher low. That creates a what? Higher high. That creates a what? Higher low. That needs to create a what? Higher high. That creates a what? Higher low. That needs to create a higher high. And then they can do this. And then, right? So that's what your stage 2 gonna look like. Right? So that's what that look like. Well, at the same time, what we gotta also understand is this. Let me get that off the screen. That a downtrend has to do the same thing. It comes off a high, then it creates this low. Then it comes here, creates a high. This is a corrective move. Then it creates that lower low. Then it has to create a high. Then it creates a lower low. And then it may fall. But then you get a relief that creates a what? Higher, a what? Lower high. And then you do what? Create a what? Lower low. And then you may get an impulse down, more impulse down, and then you get a what? Corrective move that come up, right? That comes back down. That is what's necessary for a move. And the reason why that's necessary because these are the stepping stone to go up, but this is what's needed to push back lower. So you need that low to bounce off. That corrective move become the gasoline that traps people to fall back down. And then it'll come back, it needs some more gasoline, then it'll push back down. So this is how you start getting large pushes down, right? Because the trap bias that it get inside of the corrective move is the fuel it uses to push back down. Why? Because those people that's caught up in that trap, now once they realize, hey, it broke this level, they start selling. And the only way to get out of short is to sell into the market. And that fuel becomes what pushes the market down. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Am I making sense in the chat? Rob, am I making sense? Ashan, am I making sense? All right, so I just want to make sure my people can see it too. All right, so we making sense to y'all. So I want to show y'all something. This is what I was talking to my squad about this morning. And I made a play at about 12 o'clock. Small play, only 3 contracts on this. And I want to see if the theory plays out. Right? So I did something, and this is the exact screen that I had for them. So I didn't even, y'all getting this because I didn't even get to change it. And y'all lucky it's Trappin too. But I don't mind, giving game, saying why I would give it to them. So if you notice right here, let's just walk through this for a second. So this is your highs, right? And then I'm going to mark it off right here. Watch this. This is a low. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? All right, and then watch this. This is a high. Right? Does everybody see that? Now, is that high? Watch what I'm about to say here. I'm going to use this. Now, what am I trying at? Watch this. Is this high lower than that high? Answer that question for me right quick. Is that high in the white, the first high in the white, is it lower than that previous high that I marked? Right? Just answer that for a second. Is it higher than that? All right. Now, watch this. Then from that high, guess what it created? Watch this. Created this low. I got a question for you. Is this low lower than this low? All right, is that low lower than that low? All right. All right. Somebody said no. If that high not, you don't see that high on that line up there? You don't think that high is lower than that high? Come on. All right, so let me ask you a question. So is this low here lower than this low right here? All right, cool. Then you get this bounce right here. So question, is this high lower than that high right there? All right. Y'all see where I'm going here. So watch this. So that high produces this. Is this low lower than this low right here? All right. So off this low, you create another what? Is this high lower than that high right there? Mm-hmm. Then notice from there, you push down and created this low. Let me ask you a question. Is this low higher than that low previous? Yes, it is. Then you bounce up and create this high. Is this high lower than that high right there? Okay, good. Okay, so then from here, you get this high. This low, I mean. Now, is this low higher than that low right there? Cool. Then you create this high. But you had a gap right there because you had a gap down. So then you had this high. So is this high lower than that high right there? Now I'm going to just sit on that for a couple minutes so everybody can catch up. Just want to sit on that for a couple minutes so everybody can catch up. So now we have a series of lower highs and lower lows, okay? This is what a downtrend starts to look like. All right, so then if we scroll over just a little bit, let's pay attention to something. Here's a couple things we got to pay key attention to. Right here, this was a structure break. Now, you can say that the first structure break was here, but we still was inside of the range, so it was okay, right? But once it broke this, we had an issue. Why? Because you had a previous all-time high right here. You had a previous all-time high right there. So once you broke that, you said, okay, we've now broken our first real structure, which means now you have what's called this is what from a technical term, you call a change of I just like to say somebody else done took over the trap. But I'm going to keep it technical so you can understand what it is when you hear it. So because you broke this right here, you now have a change of character. This is your neckline. And so now what you're looking for is, where is the next key level of support? All right, where's your next key level of support? You could actually say, well, Trap, I'm waiting to see if this would be my next key level of support. I'm not mad at you because that's a high, previous all-time high. But then you notice based off this high, you had some real key levels. Why? Because you had two incidents where this was the Trump Towers. So once it broke this, it now signified that the selling pressure was strong. And so now all you waiting on now is you saying, okay, where is the next key level at once it breaks that level? Right? Well, you got a few key levels you can look at. Right? One of your key levels, if you go here, so the next thing to do to find that, you will go here on your weekly and say, where is my key level at? Well, you see that a base was created here. So we like the base being created there. We don't have a problem with that base being created right there. That is actually essential. Well, let's go see if it lines up with the daily. Well, look at there. It lines up with the daily. Lines up with the daily. All right, that's cool. So now let's erase a lot of stuff off of here. Let's get all those drawings off of there. All right? So you got to pay attention to what's going on the left side. So I'm going to just write a couple levels out that we paid attention to. We paid attention to this level, which was key. All right, had that area marked off because this was an essential area for us. Right? And so the next level you can say is, all right, Trap, well, here's a high right here. And then here's a low right there. All right, well, and we know after that, we know what's coming. Let's move over to the side. And then you say the next essential level for us is this right here. Now, your chart is really clean. Your chart is really, really clean. Now you got all your levels marked, and you can go one more level, which is right here, because you see the equal lows right there. So you want to honor that, but you want to honor that. So you said to yourself, all right, well, what am I looking for, Trap? Well, you will look and see, now you have an idea where the market is going at. Oh, my God. Trump to address the nation. Trump to address nation on Iran war Wednesday night. Oh, my God. All right. So does that look confusing to anybody? All right, everybody on it? All right, so here's what you see here. Now, we already talked about the trend count. All right, so these levels don't disappear. So you keep them there. So then you measure. You say, okay, well, what can happen here? You know, a lot of people calling for 20% and 80% and 90% and 300% sell-off. And I'm saying to myself, this is something we've been saying every week on the show, I think the furthest we'll get is right here, which is where the tariffs took place. This is where the tariffs took place at. This is where the tariffs took place at. All right, so now all you looking for right now is saying, all right, here's what happened. So what I did was about 11 o'clock today, 11:30, I saw this taking place. I was on a thing on my trappers, and I said, all right, y'all, I'm about to do something. It's a bold move. I said, I think, based on what I see here, I'm going to go small. I said, but what I see is, I see a lower high being somebody said, Trap, like, bro, now we getting right. Now you want to address the nation. Facts, bro. Like, shut up, bro. Like, just shut up, bro. So I see so I see this, and I told my squad, I say, listen, I said relief rallies happen inside of corrections, downturns. Relief rallies happen, right? I say, but the relief rally has to prove itself. So after the relief, what do you think you need to see after relief? Follow through. The S&P got to 9.73%, and then we got a relief rally today. Right? So what you want to see over the next couple of days is simple. So I'll show y'all today. So I put a put in once I saw this happening. Once I saw this happening, once I saw this big old relief rally taking place, I said, yup, I put a put in. And then I said, and I told my squad, I said, the area that would make me say I'm no good on my put is if the market reclaims this area and holds it. Then I'll say I'm good on my put. Why is that, Trap? Well, because it is now reclaimed. Watch what I'm about to say here. It's going to be interesting for y'all to hear. It is reclaimed the last lower low in the trend count. And it also reclaimed a... Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So it reclaimed the last lower low, right? And reclaimed that, which would have been here. Remember, you had this low, you created a high, came back down, then you created this high, right? So I said, I want to see it reclaim that and reclaim that. And if it goes above that, then I'll be like, all right, my put is no good. Only did 3 contracts. I think I sold one earlier just because I felt like, I got too much on the table with that. So again, I like to show my people that because you have people that can, I told them this before. Rob, tell me if you agree with this. Hey, why are my lights all why I'm so dark? Why am I like I'm dark like that, bro? I need to see my people. My dog right here, my 2 dogs right there. Give me something. Can't see my dogs, man. Feel like I'm on Star Trek or something.
I thought you said, why you dark? I'm like, nah, you good.
I want to see my dog. God damn. So, what I was about to say? Yep, so Friday is a non-trading day. So I want to ask, damn, I forgot what I was about to say for that. Oh, tell me where Rob at. Rob gone? Tell me if you ever saw this before, Ashan. People who can show people stuff on a chart, but they not doing what they say they doing on a chart.
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time. It's
right?
bad. Yeah.
Sean said, oh, yeah, that happens all the time. Right? And so what I wanted to show my people was that, again, because it's easy to be like, damn, bro, that's good, but then people don't have money behind what they saying, right? And it's easy for me to say, yeah, all my wins, pound that up, and then my loss, I'd be like, But I want to show my people my thought process, right? I want to show my people my thought process. So the same way I just showed y'all, that's the thought process. So we see a series of lows taking place, and then somebody said, but I was about to put it up there. That ain't what I want to put up there. Get back to candles. But then if I put this up, I'll just do this. Wait a minute. Oh, I said 2001. Sheesh. That's why it disappeared. Boy, I say 2001, bro, you tripping. So we still under our 200 SMA. Now, it's supposed to reclaim it. You know, it's got to reclaim it. And so now you look at 262. Could that be it could be, that can be dynamic resistance. So the first thing you want to see it claim is this key level, which is essential. It's right on top of that. That's the key level. Not only is it a key level from this previous all-time high, and let's mark it out. How do we know it's a key level? because we had a previous all-time high here. We had the Trump towers come here. We had the Trump towers come here. They all set on that line. So you say, okay, Trav, if it can hold above this line tomorrow and close above it, not just hit it, but can it close above it? Right? Not just hit it, but close above it. Right? So if it can hit it and close above it, then you can say, all right, well, I think about taking it out. I ain't tripping. I only put 3 contracts in. It ain't nothing that's going to make me be like, oh, God, damn. Like, I ain't like that, right? So because we understand what's going on. And so you just want to see that. And so I wanted to show them, but you'll see this a lot of times, and you've seen it already. You know how you've seen it? Because here's what you've seen. Here's what you've seen. You've seen the market come down, bounce, come down, bounce, come down, high, come down, high, come down, high. All of these are in the trend count. Right? That's not a dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce is when this is a dead cat bounce. So a dead cat bounce is when it bounces, it's falling, it bounces, comes back up really, really hard, and then fall harder. This is not a dead cat bounce. This is just simply a lower high being set. A dead cat bounces when that thing come down hard, then it bounce up really, really hard. Like it's a bounce. You know what I'm saying? It's a bounce. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes back down. That's the way they fake people out. But did that make sense what I just put up there? I just wanted to break that part down for people to see what's going on. And so you can watch me. You know, you can judge me. Be like, all right, Trap, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be like, all right, Trap, what you gonna do? That put getting cooked right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So just wanted to, and notice, if you notice something, just to be clear, notice, this is why you gotta really understand market structure, right? Notice it stopped right at the line. It stopped right at that resistance. Like, notice it stopped right, like, of all things, why it stopped right there. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not saying it can't break it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying it can't break it tomorrow. One thing, and here's what you're gonna always understand, like, nothing is 100% for sure in this game. The only thing, watch this, the only thing that's 100% for sure in this game is you're gonna lose some money. It's not will I, it's when you know what I'm saying? Not will I, but when you. You know what I'm saying? It's not will I, no, you will. It's when you. Will I do something? Yes, you will. Will I make some money? We don't know. We don't know. And so that's all I wanted to show y'all today, just to show that, man. And that's something you can study. And so if you want to study something really good, go study the Wyckoff theory, and it's simple. You know what I'm saying? And this is perfect. This is a stage 2 right here. This is your stage 3, and this is your stage 4. And you just go study the Wyckoff theory, and you'll see that. So you got stage 2. This is called a markup. Stage 3. This is called the distribution. And this is stage 4. And this is called the mark down. No, I never do a day trade. I never do a day trade. So I just wanted y'all to see that, man. Let's get to it, man. If that helped you out, man, come join the Patreon, because I've been doing, one of the dudes in the Patreon told me something this morning, bro, and I'm mad that he caught on to me, because I consider myself kind of like a thinker, and I kind of be thinking like I'm thinking outside the box. So I gotta give him his props, right? So I've been going live in the Patreon since Monday, like going live in the morning, right? And I've been going live at the same time every morning, like 9:20. And I stay on a call for like 35, 45 minutes. And bro got on a call this morning and said, Trap, you ain't slick, bro. You really just do this live so we don't start pressing buttons because we paying attention to you. And I had to bust out laughing because I said, bro, I don't know how you got in my brain. I don't know how. He said, bro, that's exquisite leadership, dog. He said, bro, I got to give it to you, dog. That's some exquisite leadership, bro. He said, bro, that's some exquisite leadership because you know we not gonna be pressing buttons because we watching you. And they be having like 400-500 people in the group, and I'm like, bro, I gotta give it to you. I don't like you for figuring me out like that. I gotta go back in the lab because I be thinking I'm a step ahead, and for you to figure that out like that, I'm slacking on my pimping, you hear me? I was like, bro, how you figured that out like that? Like, I just knew I was being slick, you feel me? Let me get them from stop pressing buttons. Let me go live. I gotta change it up. I gotta figure something else out. Bro hit me hard. He was like, Trap, you think you slick, bro? You really just going live every day at the same time so we don't press buttons, bro. He said, bro, that's some exquisite leadership, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And that's exactly why I do it. Because usually if I'm gonna go live, it'll be like 9 o'clock. I get off at, I be going at like 9:25. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get your hand on the goddamn buttons. What do you do? What do you... Belina said, that don't help. I'm in 100 plays. Get your ass back in the group. Get your ass back in the group, man. Shit. Anyway, let's get to it, man. We got a lot to talk about. Man, I hate that he was on me like that. Wait, Steve said he didn't get the recession? I sent him that. Only got the freedom index. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me send him this. All right, Jose, tell Steve to check his text message. And what we'll do is, Jose, we'll come back to it. So let's skip the freedom index right now. And once he get this, we'll come back and do them both together.
All right, bet.
All right, let's get into it. Slick to a can of oil. Boy, y'all good, bro. Yeah, so let's skip the freedom index. We'll get back to it. And then once he get the recession portfolio, then we'll come back to both of them. That way we can do it all and we don't got to go back. All right, let's get to it. All right, man, let's get our first word on the street, man. So, like this, 10 years, 4 assets, very different outcomes, man. Right? 2016, Bitcoin was $430. And just think, it got up to 120.
Man, you couldn't tell them nothing.
I had about 10 grand, cuz. And I remember my partner, bro, my partner from the street, my rude boy. I remember, Nah, man, I'm gonna leave that alone. But they wasn't using Bitcoin for this. They were using it for something else. Dang, bro, $430. I had about 10 grand to put in it, cuz. Man, where's Marty McFly when you need him?
Right.
Where's Marty McFly when you need him, bro? Dealing with that flood. Yep. I had just got found out guilty, boy. I was ready. I was 2 years out of found guilty. I was ready. I was, hey, I'm back outside. We outside. All right, so even if you measured it to today, that's a 16,000% gain. Shout out to my Bitcoin people, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Like, I don't get why people be hating on Bitcoin, bro. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like an advocate like Black Robin Hood and Chris Johnson. Chris like, I'm betting the house on it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I want Bitcoin to go to 200,000 so Chris can just shit on niggas. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep it real. Bro, Chris got at least about $6 million in Bitcoin. Easy, bro. Bro sold his house, put it in Bitcoin. Bro sold buku stuff, sold all his stocks, put it in Bitcoin.
I think the hate comes because most of them Bitcoin cats, it's like a religion to them.
But
So
I ain't mad.
they
You
be-
believe in what you believe in.
No, but they just be loud with it. So I think most of the people, that's where the hate come from. Oh, y'all loud? Okay, when that joint drop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like.
it's a religion.
I feel like. I'll be like, bruh, like, Chris be going. Chris hit me one day and said, Trap, I challenge you. I said, challenge you to what? I challenge you to have 5 Bitcoin. I'm like, Chris is $90,000. What you talking about? I don't believe in it like that, dog.
I wanted to win, but golly.
No, he wanted me to have 10. He said, Trap, I challenge you to have 10 Bitcoin. I'm like, Chris, that's $90,000 a pop. You don't want me to have $1 million in stocks. I got that. I'm good on, you have $1 million in Bitcoin. And then he just went on this, Trap, I'm telling you, read this book. I'm like, okay, now you're trying to indoctrinate me.
See?
Now you're trying to indoctrinate me, Chris.
Right. Come on over.
Right? But I love a person that is willing, and that like Chris would be like, I bought 50 more thousand. I bought 100 more thousand. I bought another 150,000. I'm talking about he be hitting it. He be buying whole coins at a time. I'll be like, all right, let me get 20,000 worth.
You get a piece of that.
Let me get 20,000 worth. And I'll be like, Chris, look what I got. He'd be like, yeah, but you got to get 10 of them, Trap. I'll be like, nah, bro, like not 10. But I get it. Like, I'm going to tell you something. There's a price to pay. Watch what I'm about to say here, bro. The price to pay for being early is looking stupid. Oof. Hey, bro! I don't think they caught it, bro. The price to pay for being early is looking stupid. And the only people who gonna charge you is the people who got the money right now. Because in the future, they not gonna be able to afford the conversation. You hear me? In the future, bro, they not gonna be able to afford the conversation. That's why I'm really rooting for Chris, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I know Chris got at least $6 million in that crap, bro. Since the fall. Let me rephrase. And I'm not even trying to put his business out there like that. He put it out there. I know he got about 6 M's in it, bro. Like he be buying, bro, I watched Chris sell the house and put the whole house and put the screenshot like, yo, I sold the house. Hey, it went in Bitcoin. Stop playing. I was like, ooh, I got pissed off when it went from like 9. I'm like, fuck. My bad. I was like, damn. I was mad, man. Like, dang, where it went down on my dog. I'm pissed. I'm pissed because it went down on him. I'm pissed. I got my own Bitcoin money, but I'm pissed that it went down on my dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the hate being loud, but I love Chris standing on it. I can't wait to see that joint hit like 150. Chris gonna be talking crazy. I know he gonna be talking crazy. He gonna be up about 30 million. He gonna be up so big, dog. So I love it for him, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love it for him. And I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. But again, the price to pay for being early is looking stupid, bro. That's it, bro. So anyway, but watch how I come back to that. Watch how I come back to that. So gold, 2016, 1250. Now, I'm not going to lie. I have been pounding the table on gold since the pandemic. I've been pounding the table on like, yo, buy some gold, buy some gold. I don't know what it was in my brain that said, if they can do this once, they're setting us up for the kill. They setting us up for the kill. Buy physical gold, man. That's a 290% return. Silver. I've never beat the table on silver. I'm not going to lie. But I got a friend of mine that bought me some silver for my birthday maybe like 5-6 years ago, bro. 370% return. Now watch this. All the people that's pissing on the Bitcoin and the stocks, They the same people that's holding their money in the bank. Now watch this. In 2016, from 2016 to 2026, the dollar has lost 30 to 35% of its value. But you telling me you mad at a man that's buying an asset, but you holding the one thing that keep losing value. Come on, that went over their head. You believe in the one thing that keep losing value, but you pissed off at somebody that got a 16,000% return in 10 years, and in the same 10 years, the thing you believe in and lost 35%. Who's stupid? Who's stupid? You feel me? We believe in the dollar so much. Bro, you use the fake money to buy assets, bro. Straight up. That's why I keep saying, like, you don't lose this game if you keep playing. I'm in a group, I know they kind of pissed. I've been buying whole, buying whole. This ain't our market like that. Go super small, buying whole. Find them. Don't go look at NVIDIA. It ain't on sale. Don't go look at, the leaders. They not on sale. The leaders are still, go look at the stuff that's off, that's 30% from its high. Go look at the stuff that's 40% from its high. Go look at AVGO. Man, why Trappin's gonna go lower, Trapp? I bought 30 shares of AB. I say, I put a post up. I say, listen, AVGO, we cannot deny the fact that it's probably the second big dog in the game, in a chip game, but it don't just do chips. It's what's called the Internet of Things. So everything internet, they do. Also, cybersecurity, they do. So it's not just the chip company. They just so happen to do that and be really good at it. I say my goal, 2,500 shares. I bought 30 shares yesterday. Shit spiked today 3%. I was pissed. My goal is to get 2,500. I'm not playing about that. Like, I'm trying to buy. Like, I understand that the rules of the game is buy assets while they cheap. We get so caught up in the other stuff that's going on in the world. I'm gonna tell you something. I was so part of this game. I'm gonna tell you what I believe life is about. My own personal opinion. I believe life is about, one, getting right with God. If you don't believe in God, you're not gonna believe in what I'm saying right there. Get right with the universe or whatever you believe. You get right with a higher power. I believe that's the number one goal. Because somebody wake us up every morning. It ain't our goddamn self. You got to acknowledge that. Now, if you don't believe in that, that's a whole nother story. Number two, man, find you a good circle of people that you can rock out with. That's it, bro. Number three, build something that your people going to be proud of. Something that you can be proud of, you can give back. Number four, take care of your family. Of course, that goes early, but some people don't have kids, and that ain't everybody goal. But if you got kids, that goes up that high. Take care of your kids, man. Number five, man, do some shit that's gonna make you happy. Number six, stop caring about what people think. Because number six is the one that messes up everybody's life. I was on a call with a dude. I was on live the other day, bro. And he said something, bro. And I get it, but I had to tell him. He said, man, Trapp, I'm 28 years old and I feel like I'm behind. I said, behind what? What you behind? Like, man, in life, I feel like I said, bro, you 28, bro. This shit ain't even started for you yet. I know you think you grown and you 28, bro. You ain't learned women yet. You ain't learned yourself yet. Let's start there. You ain't learned yourself yet. You gotta learn yourself. If you're a heterosexual man, you gotta understand how to navigate women. You gotta understand how to navigate your friends. It's so much. You gotta learn what your career is. You gotta learn how to get right. You gotta learn so much stuff at 28, bro. Stuff as a man that you don't really start really getting right to about 35. Bro, I remember coming home from prison at 26, like, yo, we outside. It wasn't until I was 35 till I started being like, wait. Wait a minute, bro. Hold up. It wasn't until I hit 40 till I really started being like, oh, got it. This how I go. Real talk. Now, I know they say women mature faster than men. That's probably right. I won't disagree with that at all. But I just know, like, at 35, I was still like, I can do this. At 40, I was like, I ain't doing that. That's what I'm doing. We're not drinking. We're not smoking. Prostate cancer, colon cancer. Let me get checked up. Let me do blood work. I won't be here for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, 40, you start understanding who you are. Now, of course, you get it early and they got the, but I know as a man at 40, you really be in peak mode at 40. You be in peak mode at 40. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, you 28, bro. I'm like, bro, you got so much to learn, bro. Bro, you got so much money to lose. You know what I'm saying? You got so many more mistakes to make. You probably got at least one heartbreak in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You got a heartbreak somewhere in there between 28 and 35. You got so much, bro. I'm like, bro, you're not behind. I said, you know why you feel you behind? Because you're looking at that internet. You scoreboard watching. And it's designed. You can't help it. So you got to change your algorithm. I told you how to change your algorithm. Go find pages that you like and DM them to yourself. Go find the money page. Like yesterday, I probably spent 20 minutes DMing myself. Is this page called Old Money. So it's like 6 different pages, and it just talks about old money rules and old money. I sent myself like 6 or 7. Woke up this morning after I finished praying, first thing on my timeline. I went down a rabbit hole. I just was on the page, sent myself that. You gotta know how the algorithm works. So the algorithm not gonna randomly show you nothing. It's gonna show you stuff that you're interested in. So I start DMing myself I wanna see. I don't wanna see the crazy stuff. I wanna see, I'ma DM myself this. I'ma DM myself the old money stuff. I'ma DM myself, man, exercising. I DM myself stuff about peptides. I DM myself exercises. I DM myself stock market stuff. I DM myself juicing. I DM myself stuff I want to see. And that's how you change your algorithm. And then when you go to your explore page, don't click none of the stuff that you don't like. I know you're going to see the baddies. I know you're going to see the killing stuff. I know you're going to see all the minute you click it, it's like, I got it. Here we go. Let's get him again.
You got to click that not interested.
Yeah, you got to get it off. You got to get it off. And so you got to stop following. And here's the crazy part. Nobody can call you a hater, bro. You don't want to follow nothing. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Like, and that's another thing, because you internally tell yourself, oh, I'm going to look like I'm going to be a hater if I don't follow it. No, you don't. Unfollow. Nigga, mute. Bro, I went through a phase probably like 2022-ish. I unfollowed all my entrepreneur partners. I'm lying. I muted them.
Now, you did unfollow, too.
I did. That's when I realized unfollow hurt people's feelings.
That was crazy. I wouldn't even follow. I was like, y'all mad, though?
I didn't realize that I unfollowed. So that thing was like 150 people. I unfollowed. But I realized, let me follow them back. But I muted everybody. Because you start realizing, and here's what it was. This was after I'm going to tell you what happened. I made $1 million in a day. I was doing this thing with a mentor of mine, and he was teaching us how to do certain things. And so I made $1 million in a day. Still in the mentorship, he come with this other challenge, make $5 million in a day. I had to get out of the mentorship because it was making me, because I was following people in the mentorship. Imagine this. Imagine making $1 million in a day and that not being enough for you. Imagine that. Imagine creating something, doing $1 million in a day, and then saying, damn, how do I make $5 million in a day? Not because the $5 million is your goal, but because the $5 million is a goal in the group. I said, nah, I gotta get out of here. And not because the mentorship wasn't good, but it was shifting me. It was making me focus on money instead of cultivating my people and doing what I had to do and creating the great content. And I had to get out of it. And then I had to mute everybody in there. Because it was shipping my folk. And that's how social media is designed. It's designed to shift you little by little to where you don't even start thinking for yourself. You don't start thinking for yourself. Now you don't realize, you think you're thinking yourself, but your environment, watch this, of the things that you're seeing is starting to shift your perspective, not on you, not on just you, but the way you think. So now you got people thinking they need this to be successful. I gotta have this. I gotta have that. No, bro, check this out. You got a business? Yeah. You made more in your business last than you made this. You made more business this year than you made last year. Guess what? You're successful. You're working for somebody. You got the job that you want. It's paying you the money you want. You're able to invest and take you a trip a couple times a year. Your bills paid. They on auto pay. Guess what? You're successful, fam. And people don't understand that. And so when I heard the young man say, bro, I'm 28 now behind, I went in like, bro, you are not behind. Anyway, let's go a little further. My bad. Peter Schiff says, we are headed for a full-blown financial crisis. Economists. Peter Schiff said, recent U.S. data points to rising inflation and a potential financial crisis, especially with higher oil prices. He says the Federal Reserve may need aggressive rate hikes, while weakening housing demand could signal risks worse than the 2008 crisis. Now, Jerome Powell did come on TV the other day and said a rate hike is not on the table. Which was what we needed to hear. George Bailey. You gone? All right. Ashawn, do me a favor, big dog. They got an ice cool over there. Scoop this in there and give me some ice, big dog. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know what I'd do without you, bro. All right, so Jerome Powell said, we ain't that bad. Like, it's tough right now, but we ain't in rate hike. We ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, if we can get out of this war, we can deal with the other stuff we got going on. Which is, I'll be honest, we do have an economy that's declining. Facts are the facts. The war is making it worse because now, again, we talked about this. When oil starts to go up, everything starts to go up. Jose, how many people in the chat, dog? I can't see it.
They did a couple of updates too.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I can see it. All right, there we go. I can see it. So, Jerome Powell said we not there yet, but he did say, we had net zero jobs the previous quarter, which means for every person that got a job, there was that many people that lost jobs. We're seeing a lot of jobs being lost, and we also seeing there's no growth in the economy. And so GDP is not growing. That hurts. So all I'm going to say to us is this. This is the season, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all this, bro. Like, get off Instagram, watching stuff you don't need to watch. I'm going to say something. I'm going to be real with you. If you don't have an abundance, thank you, big dog. So here's what you need to be doing. You need to have some money in a high-yield savings account that needs to be working for you. And I'm going to be real with you, y'all. You got to start investing that money. I'm going to be real with y'all. If I'm you, I'm going to be real with you. I take the next 2 years that this dude is in office. What, he got 2 years left or 3? 3? I at least takes the next 2 years, bro. Because the last year is going to be whatever. Like, everybody going to just be happy he on his way out. Man, take these next 2 years and get your bread up. And I know that seemed like, bro, 2 years? Man, 2 years is nothing when you zoom out. Our biggest issue is we don't know how to zoom out. We so in the moment with everything. We so in the moment. Everything got to happen right now. Everything got to happen right now. We so in the moment to where we don't even plan for the future, man. And I think we got to plan for the future, man. 3,000 in the chat, Jose.
Yeah.
Let's go a little further, man. Did Steve ever send that? Yeah. All right, let's get it. Let me run this right quick. So think about this right quick. The stock market has survived World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, OPEC oil embargo, Black Monday, the dot-com crash, 9/11, financial crisis, Brexit, COVID, 2022 rate hike bear market, the 2023 banking crisis. That's when all the freaking banks was going solvent. That was the SVB bank and all that. And the terrorists. In it, that was 2024, 2025. And here we are with a stock market that's threatening, watch this, that's still threatening 7,000. Which means if you just keep playing the game, it's designed for you to win. If you just keep playing the game, I promise you, family, it's designed for you to win. All right, let's go a little further. Let's get into the, yep. All right, let's get into the recession portfolio. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing, bro. That's all I got, Sean. That's all I got for him. That's it. Got GEV. We been sitting on that bad boy. We got Walmart that keep playing with us about 121. Now, I am kind of heavy in Walmart, but I think we down. Let me see. Let me see. Yep, Walmart down 22%. And then that's the SPY put, and it's only down 6% on a spot put. So it ain't that no big deal to me. Now I will say this: we did take a loss on gold, we took a loss on Nvidia, and we took a loss on AMAT. I cut the AMAT loss quick. Oh, TPL. That sucker. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, I came in the Freedom Center in a good mood, you hear me? Yeah, George came I had to open the door. That nigga said, I ain't open the door, cuz. I said, stock market down. Man, no, I'm lying. I was on live the other day. George called me. He said, man, it done broke the goddamn thing. I said, cuz, calm down, I'm on live, I'm gonna hit your back, you hear me? So I pulled up to the Freedom Center. I told you, I know when the stock market booming, because he opened the door for me. If I open the door for my damn self, that means the market ain't doing good, you hear me? So I open the door. He like, what's wrong, cuz? Man, it done fell out the range, bro. I said, what? I said, what are you talking about, cuz? Man, it fell out the range, man. Because I told him, I said, listen, this is perfect. I said, run up, and once it start consolidating, I said, here's what we do. One or two things gonna happen. I said, in this consolidation, it's either gonna break range and run up to it's gonna skyrocket, or if it's gonna break, it's gonna fall. I said, because it's loading up, bro. Man, it did everything we thought it was gonna do. To the wrong side.
Bro, you doing the head nods and everything when he get
bro,
past.
I'm telling you what he was doing. You know he bald head, bro. So bro, I was crying. Bro, I I wasn't even mad. I just was like, all right, cuz, let me go look at it right quick. I look at it, I say, damn. That bitch fell out that range, cuz. So I hit the picture. I said, hey, y'all, it fell out the range. I cut it. You know what I'm saying? Because it fall out your range, you got to stick to it. Cuz said, man, I'm glad I ain't buy that other contract the other day. I would have really been pissed off. I would have really been pissed off, bro. But it's just in these markets, man, you have your analysis set. You don't second guess it. And that's what you got to get really good at. You got to get really good at saying, if it doesn't do what my plan said do, I'm good. I'm not about to let it linger. Because you can just say, I just needed to do something else for me to reclaim it. If it does this to reclaim it, then I feel okay with it. But if you get into the habit of honoring that, that's what you want to make a habit of. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You know what I've learned that people, what we've learned, what we've adapted, we think that losing a trade makes us a bad trader. That's not what makes you a bad trader. What makes you a bad trader is, how did you lose this trade? Meaning, did you lose the trade because of your ego? Did you lose the trade because you disregarded your rules? Did you lose the trade because you keep losing your trades the same way? Why did you lose the trade? Right? Because, especially in this market, when one headline, so I was like, bro, it broke the box. We cut that, we gone. We on to the next one. On to the next one, fam. And so, I want y'all to all take that into consideration too, man. Right? If it don't, give it some room. Don't choke on a trade early. You got to be willing to let the trade play out a little bit. It'll do a couple things. But if it breaks, you just say to yourself, hey, if it breaks this, I'm out. And you just be cool with that. You don't got to be hopeful. You don't got to be, I hope it do this. No, if it doesn't do what that's your exit strategy. The ultimate goal is to win way more than you lose. And one of the key ways to winning way more than you lose is having rules on how small you want the loss to be. Right? Like, one of the key ways to winning way more than you lose, watch this. This is about to be so good, y'all. You can have 50 wins and 50 losses, but still make a lot of money. You can have 50 wins and 50 losses and lose a lot of money. Because it's in, are you letting your winners run, and are you cutting the losers short? And one of the reasons why people lose a lot of money is because it's hard to cut a loser. Let's go a little further. All right, here's the Freedom Index. $20,000 gain today on the Freedom Index, Sean. Up 2%. Up 2%. Now, I might buy some more MU, bro.
Why do you want to buy more MU? To bring the average down, or you just like it? Do you want to bring the average down? Or
Yeah, it might bring the average down. Bro, look at Fix, bro. Fix and EME, bro. They
Fix
just
is crazy.
shining, bro. Fix costs a lot of money, though, bro. I see you, Costco. That's it, Costco, EME, Fix, ITA, MU, TPL, and WMT. So I got room for 3 to 4 more plays, man. Got room for 3 to 4 more plays. I'm up 2%, Sean. Still being the market. sitting on 300,000 cash.
Where the market at?
The market probably -9.
Good.
Market -8%, something like
Yeah.
that. -7, 8%. So we gonna stick in there. So anyway, come join the Patreon, man. We put the link below. Come join us, come rock out with us, man. We got a lot going on. Of course, y'all know, like I say, I've been doing way more charting in the group. Letting them see, and they really been liking. They've been getting the replays. So, yep. Let's get with it. All right, let's go back further. Let's get back what we got going on. We did that. All right, Iran is betting it can outlast the United States. This is about who has a higher threshold for pain. And Iran believe time is on its side. Now, I will say this, and this is interesting because Iran said we going to $200 a barrel. Donald Trump said we're going to keep obliterating them. Iran said we're going to just keep bombing the people closest to us. Then today, the Iranian president said we willing to do a deal. But I don't know if that's. But we got to see how this is going to look, y'all. And so that's why I'm telling us to just be calm. Because we know they'll say anything to pump it. You know? We also know it could be real. So we got to just really be mindful and just watch this. Don't read the news, read the chart. Don't read the news, read the chart. Let's go a little further. I hope that ain't help. I hope that ain't went over nobody's head, Sean. I hope that ain't went over nobody's head, Sean.
I hope so too.
All right, so watch this. The Strait of Hormuz crisis has now stretched into a full month, creating what traders describe as the largest oil supply shock in history. Energy executives and shippers warn the world still underestimates how severe the situation can become. Saudi Arabia and the UAE are recruiting crude through pipelines to the Red Sea. But that only replaces part of the lost flow. If the strait remains closed, oil prices could surge high enough to force a sharp drop in global fuel use as consumers and businesses cut back. Now, my only problem with that is, here's how I like to think about it. And I guess, I don't know. How do we let one country control something like that? And I'm not saying it like they shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, at what point, because that ain't just got like that. That been like that. You know what I'm saying? So at what point we like, hey, check this off, man. We gotta kind of like get them up off of that. Because they can shut all this down. Like, if I'm Saudi Arabia and I'm UAE, I'm like, all right, bro, like, you know, if they shut this down one day, like, they can put us in, like, a bad situation. How do we fix this? How do we start doing, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of y'all Saudi Arabia, you trying to build $1 trillion freaking, we're going to build this $1 trillion, whatever that is they're trying to build, what it is they're trying to build to keep the city, the solar futuristic city, won't you go spend $1 trillion on trying to grow whatever you need so these people can't cut you off like that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you understand, like, if I understand the risk here, like, if I understand the risk, and this ain't been the new risk, this is an old risk. They been had control to do this. I'm not talking about China. I'm not talking about Russia. I'm saying if I'm the UAE, And I'm Saudi Arabia, and I got the money to build these huge skyscrapers and do these billion-dollar light shows and all that. Why we don't come together and be like, hey, bro, we got to do something because if they ever spaz out, we at peace over here. They always at war. That's first and foremost. They always chaotic. They always into something. They always shooting rocket launchers at somebody. Iran, Iraq, since I've been born. Bro, I was born in 82. They been at war with somebody. They been getting to it. Bro, if you at UAE and you saw, you like, hey, bro, we on some get money stuff. All right, but check it out, bro. Before we go drop the $1 billion on the Burj Khalifa, right? Before we go drop $1 billion on the Burj Khalifa, hey, let's go figure out a way to get this right. Right? Like, I don't know what we got to build. We got to create our own. Do we got to cut some of the lands? Then we got to create our own waterway? What do we got to do? Because if they start tripping, we at risk. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I get it. It's like, yo, the way Iran is positioned, the strait is right there. They got, all right, cool. We can't do none of that. But guess what UAE did? Guess what I'm just, and I know I may sound stupid, I may sound crazy, but I'm saying if you can go create a man-made beach, if you go look at the palms in UAE, if you go look at the palms that they made, the Palm Islands, that's man-made. That ain't like that. They created that. They ain't got cranes and sand that's imported. All of the beaches over there is imported. That ain't like a beach when you go to Florida. Them beaches over there is not them kind of beaches. You can tell they man-made beaches. So what I'm saying, if you got the money to do all that, won't we first think about, hey, check this out, fam. Before we do all that, hey, let's create the Strait of UAE. Let's build the Strait of Dubai. We got money. We got Saudi money. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. It's like when you're in business. In business, what's the number one rule? The number one rule in business, well, one of the top rules in business is never be 1 point away from destruction. Meaning, never have like one person, that if that person leaves your business, you fail. But you're never supposed to be there. You're never supposed to be there in business. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else. All I'm saying is I know if they start shutting stuff down, they can bomb my water. Why I can't get? If you mean you can bomb my water supply, that means I need to come up with a new way to get water. I need to have a bunch of ways. If I'm building $1 billion hotels, I need to have a big army. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying they got it. I'm not saying they don't got it. I'm just saying, like, I know that this is messing up Dubai money. That's what I do know. This probably be the lowest month in Dubai had since the 70s. Because you had to cancel planes. They've canceled a trip to Dubai for 3 weeks. You ain't going to Dubai. First of all, you don't want to go to Dubai right now. Let's just start right there. I don't want to go nowhere where they actively dropping missiles. And my friend Denise, the broker, she be like, we okay in Dubai? I'm like, shit. I just see the bomb hit. I just see the tomahawk. Matter of fact, while you was doing the face, I thought I heard a while you was making a mess, I thought I heard a we okay in Dubai? Shit. I'm glad you okay. Now, I ain't coming right now. Catch me 2027 when it's for sure over with. And I love going to Dubai. I love going. That's why I go jump on the airplanes at. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. Go a little further. Mapping out a straight map. Here go the bread right here. Say, Shazam next. What's out, family? I've been wanting to get over that too. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Somebody say, hell yeah, ain't no traveling to 2028. Listen, not going. Straight, man. I'm straight. All right, so the Strait of Hormuz, oil flows by origin. So Saudi Arabia, 5.6. Iraq, 3.3. UAE, 2.1. That's the origin. Now the destination, China. Indian, the Asian and Oceania? India, South Korea, Japan. Here's a crazy part, and I think we talked about this the other day. Like, it's crazy that America don't even use it that much. 0.4, we don't even use it that much. It don't affect America. The oil flow don't affect us like that, but the repercussions of higher oil does. Does that make sense? So we don't use it like everybody else uses it. But when oil gets high, it hurts us more than anybody. Because everything we got oil in it. And the cost. So you gotta think, if they not doing it there, then the shipping costs become more. So if the shipping, that's the thing. Not only does the price of oil go up, but if you shutting people down, then now they gotta go longer ways. That shipping cost now comes on us. So that's how we be getting smacked. We don't even use them. It's not even much a thing for us. It's a thing for everybody. It's a thing for China. It's a thing for Russia. But we gotta protect it's like if somebody get into it with Jose. I'm like, man, I gotta go fight for this man. You know what I'm saying? Like Joy give it to somebody. I'm out there like, all right, man, we doing it. I'm gonna ask you later, like, why you did that, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Like, but we gotta go in because we all us do business together. I started it, but it's affecting y'all. Y'all don't, like, you ain't eating them. They're like, bro, what y'all doing? America like, we doing this for y'all. No, you not. You messing my money up, cuz. I just shut the airport down for 3 weeks. You tripping. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. Let's go a little further. When all flirts with 200, I don't think we're going to get to 200, though, bro. I'm not going to lie. I think 120 was the high. We at 120 right now? It came down. Look at it. What WTC at?
$102 crude oil. Yeah, 102 for crude oil.
How much?
102.
102?
Yeah. Yep, 102.45. 102.44. If we hit $200 a barrel, what would that do though? If we did. Oh, that bad? Oh. What would gas prices be? Because premium is already 4.7. I had to pick 4.7. I said, ooh.
Gas prices?
I mean,
would it go to like 9.6?
Yeah, it's going to be worse than double.
Ooh.
If we do $200 a barrel, we're probably looking at $8, $9 a gallon. What you think, George? That's regular. No. Let's be clear here. We talking about $8, $9, and that's not California.
Right.
California.
No.
Right.
California probably be at like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking regular.
Yeah, Cali already at 7.
$8, $9 a gallon, cuz. Let me tell y'all this story. Can I tell y'all a story right quick? Can I tell y'all a story right quick? So I remember when Katrina happened. No, not Katrina, I'm sorry. What that hurricane was we was by your mama house one time. I forgot this hurricane, bro. That was my first time experiencing a hurricane since I came home from prison. This was probably 08. I don't know what it was. Bro, I remember, so the girl I was with at the time, this is when I was with Drill, you hear me? So the chick I was with at the time, we goes out there by our cousin, right? We go out there by cousin. And the truck was kind of low on, I had the Escalade. No, did I have the Escalade? I think I had the first Escalade. So we all in the crib, and I'm like, bro, I'm about to get some gas, for this, because they were saying the hurricane was about to intensify. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was kind of like slow. It wasn't bad. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go get some gas. Bruh. I must have sat at that gas station 4 hours. I didn't realize that, gas is, that was my first time realizing, this is why you got to prep for hurricanes. Because everybody goes in worst case scenario mode. And nobody prepares for the thing until the thing is here. I was like, wow. This is a lot. And the gas was high. So here's my question. Why do you hike the gas during a hurricane? George, why do you hike the gas during a hurricane? Supply and demand. Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
Bro, it would be a luxury to go outside if that joint hit too. Where you at? In the house?
Let's go a little further, man. That was Gustav, Gustav. Yeah. Man, give me another. I'm tired of talking about oil. What else we got, man? Let's do 1-800 Trapper Hotline. Let's do 1-800 Trapper Hotline.
Hey Trap, Mary Booker here. Thank you for taking my question. My question is, if I take, say, $6,000 and put it into the VOO, and that money grows to $9,000, which is, it was at 50%. If I take out or cash out and sell $6,000 worth of that money and take it out of the market, am I taxed on that money, even though it's not technically capital gains if it's my $6,000 initial investment, and just let the rest stay in the market and run? Or am I going to be taxed if I take more than $6,000 out of that account? How does that actually work?
Yep. So the market don't know your 6,000 from the 3,000. All they know is you took money out and you had some gains on it. So if you put 6,000 in and it grew to 9,000, you gotta pay the capital gains because the 3,000 grew. It grew. So you can't be like, no. I took my 6,000 and left.
I ain't touched that one.
I ain't touched the 3.
I left that in the
I
other.
just took the 6. No, they don't.
We're not laughing at
I'm laughing at my description.
Yeah.
Nah, great question, because everybody else
That's a good question. No, that's real.
Sure. Everybody want to know about taxes, for sure. But yeah, you made 3,000, they not worrying about which 3 you took out. You know what I'm saying? In their mind, you made a gain, you took some money out. And they gonna say, let me get me. So yeah, you gonna get taxed on that. Now, you roll it over in something, but if you roll it over in something, you'll get penalized for taking it out unless you get, there's a, what they call that? I'm having a brain fart, but they'll allow you to take so much out before you get taxed on it. If you could put it back, damn, it don't want to come to my brain. But yes, you will, Queen. Capital gains is real. And you can't separate it. You can't say, no. I just took my 6. I left the 3. You're tripping, partner. They be like, no. You took the 3, and then you took the other 3. They gonna say, you took our 3 first, and then your 3. Bro, I hate that dude. I'm gonna keep real, bro. I hate Uncle Sam, dog. Bro, he a greedy bastard, bro. He's so greedy, bro. He's so greedy, bro. He's so greedy, bro. And even if you do it for a year and a day, you still gotta pay capital gains. You just pay cheaper, right? So you go from being short-term to, you go from being long-term to short-term. So that's what you want. There's a difference. So depending on where you at and which state you in, it's a different tax on it. So, but a year and a day is shorter term. You may get taxed at like 20% or 18, what it is? Yeah, it's like a 10% difference if you go a year and a day than what you get if, somebody say no tax on stock overtime. Hardship, there we go. Thank you so much for helping me. Yeah, like a hardship, you be all right with that. All right, so let's go a little further. Great question. Robert Reed Church. Robert Reed Church. So this is such a good one. I want y'all to really. Nikki, family. Let me tell y'all something right quick, y'all. I'm blessed to be able to have some of the most brilliant people in this game rock with me. Nikki is one of the most brilliant people I know, especially like in the AI phase and seeing what's coming. She's like, I don't call myself a content creator. Nikki is a content creator, connoisseur, scientist. Like, and don't let, but the 6 isn't capital gains. No, the 6 is, somebody say the 6 ain't capital gain. The 3 is. And they don't know which 3 you took out. They don't care if your 3 ain't this, and you took 6 out. The first 3 you took out was my 3. That's how they looking at it. That's how they look at it. Yeah, you took but the 3 you took out was my 3. That's how they gonna look at it. Right? If you looking to learn how to, you know what I've learned, that is like a lot of the content creators and the people that's really good at content, if you look at their content, you be like, yo, you so good at content, like, why your content don't be going viral like that? But that ain't it. It's because they just be understanding the science. Right? Like, they just be understanding. Like, I don't know a lot of people that are scientists with the content that have viral content. But what they are really good at is studying viral content and telling you why it went viral. Because they're more informational and science driven, or that's not the word, tactical. So if you're trying to learn about and this ain't, I don't get nothing. This, if you're trying to learn about content creation, AI, man, go check Nikki out, man. Go check my girl out, man. This is Nikki. She one of the coldest in the game. She one of the coldest in the game. All right, let's go, man. So, Certified Trapper of the Week is none other than Robert Reed Church. Robert Reed Church was an American entrepreneur, businessman, and landowner in Memphis, Tennessee, who began his rise during the American Civil War. He was the first African-American millionaire in the South. Say that again. He was the first African-American millionaire in the South. Church built a reputation for great wealth and influence in the business community. He founded Solvit Savings Bank, the first black-owned bank in the city, which extended credit to blacks so they would, damn, I lost track of where I was at because Benton flipped the screen. There you go. So they could buy homes and develop businesses. And a philanthropist, Church used his wealth to develop a park, playground, auditorium, and other facilities for Black communities who were excluded by state-enacted racial segregation for most church amenities in the city. Let's go look up this giant.
Born enslaved and banned from owning property, Robert Church Sr. defied the impossible to become the South's first Black millionaire. Born in 1839 in Mississippi, Robert survived the Civil War and saw hope where others saw ruin. When most thought the ashes of Memphis were worthless, Robert bought up land, launched businesses, and created safe spaces for Black families to gather, work, and thrive. He built a grand auditorium, a place where Black and white audiences could sit side by side, openly defying the oppressive rules of Jim Crow. And as voter suppression swept the South, Robert Church dug deep into his fortune, paying poll taxes for thousands of African Americans, restoring their right to vote. From slavery to millionaire, and always dedicated to lifting others up, that's the legacy of Robert Church Sr.
So, imagine why no dark bros, huh?
They probably looking at the black and white picture. You know, a lot of times in black and white pictures, they be looking a little light skinned or something like that. I don't
It's
know.
a black and white picture,
You
man. Think about being the first African-American millionaire in the South. Imagine, bro, like, and this is what I'm saying, like, we don't give ourselves enough credit. If we just look back at our history and where we come from, you come from a lineage that says possible. You just gotta have the belief. Let's go a little further, man. Shout out to the OG. $9 trillion in today's value of 40 acres and a mule. Let's go a little further into that.
Probably heard the phrase 40 acres and a mule. Here's what happened. In January 1865, a meeting in Savannah, Georgia, between Union military leader General William Tecumseh Sherman and a group of 20 Black ministers resulted in a plan to redistribute confiscated and abandoned Confederate land from South Carolina to Florida. They called the land Sherman's Reserve. Newly freed slaves would be allocated 40 acres of land along with a mule. The phrase, which became well known even then, spread quickly. The plan had the potential to revolutionize race relations in the South and the economic future of the African American community.
The significance about formerly enslaved being given the land that they had actually worked was that they would be able to generate wealth as well as create wealth generationally.
By the summer of 1865, thousands of Black families had settled on portions of the Sherman Reserve and were excited to plot their futures. But later that year, as part of his Reconstruction plan, actually intended to appease the former Confederacy, President Andrew Johnson abruptly canceled the order, giving the land back to its previous owners.
The United States had the opportunity to make it possible for the formerly enslaved people to be economically independent, and the country failed to do it.
Hey, that Reconstruction era went crazy up. That Reconstruction era was a heavy era, cuz. That was a heavy era, cuz. All right, let's go a little further, man. Billionaire rankings reloaded. Forbes now estimate that president's net worth at $6.5 billion, up $1.4 billion from last year and raising from 700 to 645th on a global billionaire list. Most of this increase comes from crypto ventures, including roughly $550 million earned from the World Liberty financial token sales and an estimated $200 million from selling a 49% stake in a company and a firm linked to UAE leadership. Forbes also notes commentary from a former diplomat who said Gulf leaders have experience navigating financial dealings with this administration. So, question. if we see what's happening here, y'all. We see what's happening here. This ain't. So you got to ask yourself this question. You do have the opportunity to see somebody who's doing what? They putting themselves in office. They building wealth while they in office. You ain't never seen no other president make this much money while they was in office. You ain't never seen no other president make this much money while they was in office. Play the game. Let's go a little further. All right? This here just blows my mind. The billionaire take over American land. Just go. Just go.
In 2025, farm bankruptcies hit their highest rate in 5 years. 315 families filed Chapter 12. Corn crashed to $4 a bushel. The gap between what it cost to grow a crop and what the market paid exploded to 34 points by October. America lost 15,000 farms in a single year. Farmers die by suicide at 3.5 times the national average. Behind every statistic is a family that spent generations building something they will never get back. And while they went under, the buyers were already lined up. Institutional farmland holdings tripled between 2009 and 2022. Bill Gates is now the largest private farmland owner in the country, with 275,000 acres across 17 states. Vice President J.D. Vance invested in Acre Trader, a platform that profits when distressed farms hit the market. That platform was acquired in 2025, the same year farm distress peaked. The same people setting policy are cashing in on the collapse. Trump's tariffs wiped out China as a buyer of U.S. soybeans overnight. Fertilizer and equipment tariffs cost farmers $958 million in 8 months. The announced $12 billion bailout covered less than 35 cents on every dollar of the $34.6 billion in actual losses. In Trump's first trade war, the top 1% of bailout recipients averaged $183,000 each. The bottom 80% got less than $5,000. And 20,000 USDA staff have been fired or forced out, leaving farmers with no one to call. This is not policy failure, it is a transfer. 44 million acres of farmland are projected to change hands in the coming years. The administration simultaneously tried to sell 3 million acres of public land to private developers. 88 million acres of protected forests have had safeguards stripped. The land that generations of Americans farmed, hunted, and called their own is being liquidated. And the buyers are not your neighbors. They are billionaires, hedge funds, and the politicians who serve them.
Rigged game. Rigged game.
Even the rigged game is fun to play, bro.
CBS found Donald Trump paid just
Let it run.
CBS found Donald Trump paid just $277 in property taxes on 195 acres at his Bedminster property. He qualified parts of his golf course as farmland, showing goats, hay, and wood cutting. Steve Forbes, the chairman of Forbes magazine, paid just $2,005 on his 450 acres in New Jersey. He classified his estate as a farm, using cows. In New Jersey, minimal farm activity unlocks property tax cuts of up to 98% on luxury land. Billionaire Charles Johnson did something similar with his Carolyn's mansion in Hillsborough, California. It was donated to his own private foundation, presented as an open-to-public museum. Reporters found it open only around 2 hours a week. This helped him save over $38 million in taxes over 5 years. Same estates, different label. The top 1% master classification. Homes into farms, mansions into museums, estates into wineries, land into conservation preserves. You understand the system, you win the game.
Now we giving game.
What?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen, that boy said he labeled his house as a museum and opened it for 2 hours a week and saved $38 million.
I thought that was fake. I saw that on Billions. Bobby did that.
Yes.
I thought that was fake.
No. That's why I tell everybody why they leave the clues on what to do, bro. Them shows don't be made up. The man paid $277 in taxes because all he did was put some goats and some sheep on his land and say, hey, this farmland.
It's sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. He said, "Use some goats."
If y'all see some goats at the Freedom Center, you know what we do.
Where you think Rick Ross get the idea from?
Mm-hmm.
I told Ross that. I said, bro, put some cows on this bit. I said, he said, what? I said, put some cows. He'll tell you. He'll tell you.
When y'all pull up at the Freedom Center with the hay out front,
He'll tell you.
in the fence,
He'll tell you. I said, hey, put some cows on this bit, bro. That's a tax break. He went and did his homework. Guess what that boy came back with? That boy, and he went far. He put a buffalo on that bit. That's why he did it, bro. So watch this, though. So here's what people saying. Bro, they beating the game down. No, they not. They playing by the rules.
Yep.
Our biggest problem is we don't know the rules. And because we don't know the rules, we only know one set of rules, which is go to work, start a business, get paid, get taxed. And watch this, politicians play on the fact that you don't know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So then what politicians do to you is say, hey, they not paying their fair share of taxes and you are. And you heard what Donald Trump said when he told Hillary Clinton, you ain't gonna change that law because you and your people using the same law.
Yeah.
He told her that. Go read the thing. Go look at when they had a debate. He said, you worry about my tax, you ain't gonna do it me because you and your people do the same thing. I know you ain't gonna change the law. He told her that in the front of everybody. You worry about that for me, yeah, but you do it, how much you pay?
Bruh, from the farm to that joint, I'm like, okay. All right. What's the upper middle class?
You're not gonna change the rules. You're gonna keep complaining. You're gonna keep saying, millionaires should do this, billionaires should do this, but you playing by the same rules.
Mm-hmm.
So what we gotta do, bruh, that's how politicians get on. That's how, I'm gonna be real. I don't care about, who you vote for, but just know the taxes that they use. One of the tactics, watch this. Oh, this is about to be so good. One of the tactics that one group gonna always use is the tax tactic. And the reason they're gonna use the tax tactic is because they know for a fact that we don't know the tax game. And it's not an easy game to learn. There's things you can do, but you gotta have people to set it up for you. How do you think, bro? No, this is a big old house. This is a museum. Yep, museum, maximum 2 hours. Maximum 2 hours a week. That means 15 minutes here, stop close. And watch this. I don't care if nobody ever come.
I did what I was supposed to do.
All I did was open it. Made a small ad to let people know the museum is open. Just a little small one. Fine print. Nobody probably even know that's a museum. Nobody don't even know that that's a museum. How many people came to the museum this week? Oh, one. Man, ain't nobody care. That was your nephew. That was your grandchild. Kids get in free. Moving forward, I figured it out. The Freedom Center is a museum.
Black entrepreneurs.
I got it. See, the Freedom Center is a museum. We're gonna change the lobby. We're gonna change the lobby. We're gonna change the free.
We already got stuff in the bathrooms. There's already stuff in there. We just gotta put some in the lobby.
Two hours a week. 2 hours a week. Yes, sir. 2 hours a week. I'm gonna go spend a little, I know it. I'm gonna start the nonprofit. I'm gonna donate money to the nonprofit. I'm gonna let the nonprofit buy some special artifacts to put in the museum. And all I'm gonna do is get artifacts that tell stories about the certified trappers of the week. We just figured it out. That's it. Bernard, figure out how much tax that's gonna save us, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every certified trapper of the week, we're gonna put them in 2 rooms. We're gonna get that whole room over there, certified trappers of the week. We're gonna spend, watch this, the build out for it, I'm gonna donate the $150,000 to $200,000 to the nonprofit. So I get that write-off. Right? The nonprofit gonna take it and say, hey, we gonna donate this to the museum that I started. I'm gonna donate it to the nonprofit. The nonprofit is doing nonprofit community work. And we gonna donate to the Certified Trapper of the Week room, which consists of 2 rooms that's open. Yeah! Let me see something. Do museums. Let me see something. Watch this. Watch this. Do museums pay property tax? Generally, no. Museums don't pay property tax, but it's not an automatic. Most museums operate under 501. Got it. That's it. I just need a minute. Watch this. I'm going to donate the building. I'm going to donate the building to... I'm going to donate the building. I'm going to sell a building to somebody or organization to be a 50, the museum fall under the 501c3. Let's go left first.
What up, Trap? Patreon, what's up? How y'all coming? It's SB in the Patreon. Jose! What's up, Jose? Alright, Trap. If you could sum up everything you know into 3 rules to give to a trader in order to become profitable, what would that be? What would them 3 rules be? Because like you said, either you make the money out the market or the market make the money out of you. And we ain't trying to be on the other side. We trying to make the money out the market. So give us 3 rules, Trap. Appreciate you. Salute. Appreciate everything you do, man. We travel.
I need you to run it back because my mind went somewhere. My mind gone, dog. I checked out. I checked out. I ain't gonna lie, cuz. I checked out. I ain't gonna lie, cuz. I checked out. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta. All right, I'm back. I'm back.
What up, Trap? Patreon, what's up? How y'all coming? It's SB in the Patreon. Jose! What's up, Jose? Alright, Trap. If you could sum up everything you know into 3 rules to give to a trader in order to become profitable, what would that be? What would them 3 rules be? Because like you said, either you make the money out the market or the market make the money out of you. And we ain't trying to be on the other side. We trying to make the money out the market. So give us 3 rules, Trap. Appreciate you. Salute. Appreciate everything you do, man. We travel.
Like SB, man. SB be having some real game.
And he gonna get his money's worth. He like, hey, y'all don't want to ask no
Y'all don't want to ask the question? I got it. So one thing I would say is, this is a rule, but it's find one style. Rule 1, find one style, don't change, stick to it. Rule 1 trade plan, 1 style, stick to it, whatever that is. For me, it's market structure and then swing trading inside of market structure. That's what I like. 2, stick to only trade key levels. That would be it. 3, cut your stops small. I don't care if you get stopped out 20 times. You get stopped out 20 times, guess what? You only need 1 trade to make up for it. Trade key levels, stick to 1 plan, cut stop small. That's it. Hey, bro. I gotta get a fire attorney. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Delete this whole Trappin Tuesday, dog.
Right, because you gave the whole game plan.
After about 2 weeks, just delete this whole... You got 3 weeks worth of show on this one, so say this one out of here. Matter of fact,
I'm gonna set the clock.
Next week show, once we drop next week show, this one,
gone. Yeah. Unlisted.
Y'all think I'm playing, cuz? Yo, my mind right now, burn.
Museum and a farm?
All right, go to the next call, cuz. Yeah. All right, go. Next call. Let's go. Who we on?
What's up, Trappin family, Trappin community? It's your boy Zoe checking in. I just want to say, what up, Trap, man? I appreciate the opportunity. One love to the community. But if I can, I'm going to go ahead and get straight to my question. Simple. Is it possible to find good small cap companies using the methods that you mentioned in the Wall Street Trapper Master Course? As I started off with a small account, and I'm not trying to blow it up, biting off more than I can chew. So with that being said, yeah, I'm go ahead and end this out, man. But definitely much love to the community. I appreciate the opportunity. It's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I hope to see all of y'all at 300+% this year, you know. Let's get it. It's your boy Zoe checking out. DOAT, definition of a trapper.
Hey, that's my guy from earlier. That's my guy from earlier. Nah, I get it. Nah, I get it.
Nah, it makes sense.
Nah, it makes sense. Nah, it makes sense. Nah, it makes sense. That's my guy. Remember I said, man, one of the trappers, that's him. DOAT. I was like, DOAT, I ain't get it. When I see his name, I'm like, I wonder what that mean. Because you didn't have GOAT or something like that. DOAT, definition of a trapper. That's my guy right there. That's my guy right there. He looked at me, he said, hey, Trap, you think you slick. Now it makes sense, even his wordplay. It makes sense now. I've messed with him. Now it makes sense why he think how I was thinking. So yeah, man. Yep, definition of, yep. So also, I'm about to add probably like 9 more modules to the options masterclass that y'all don't have to pay for if you already have it. And we gonna go through that too. But you can definitely use that for small caps, family. Shout out to my guy, man, DOAT, man. Good dude, man. Good dude, man. Somebody said, oh, look, Nate said, oh, that's him. I see him in it. I'm telling you, he be in the chat all the time. For sure, man. Good stuff, bro. And if y'all in that tier on the Patreon, man, y'all got to start getting on them calls, man. I mean, start getting y'all calls. Jose say y'all don't be getting on, y'all. He be having to, like, hunt y'all down to get the videos, man. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Solid business right there. Let's go a little further. All right. All Magnificent 7 stocks down double digits, probably except for the day. So Google, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla. So here's what I'm looking at when I see this. Right? Nah, I don't think that Nvidia is on sale. But I definitely know for a fact Meta on sale. I definitely know for a fact Google is cheaper. Amazon holding up pretty well. Apple on sale. I was just telling George something today. I ain't gonna click on the screen or nothing like that, but I'm gonna show y'all something. I guess you can. Can you see my screen? It's coming. It should be on now, right? So you guys think about this for a second. Right, let's just think about this for a second. Right, let's think about this for a second. Right, so think about this. Apple is here, all-time high. Y'all can see it? Yep. Apple is here, all-time high. Look at it. And I ain't even do nothing hard. Like, I ain't do nothing hard. All I went and did was marked up. Well, y'all see how we marked up over here? This is key levels, bro. Nothing crazy. And here's what you got to understand. Watch this. Ooh, I'm about to show y'all something that y'all gonna like. Watch this. This how you gonna get, this how you know when you really locking in and you start seeing stuff. So I was telling my people this today too. I was saying, bro, like, you don't gotta try to memorize 50 million patterns. What you need to understand is market structure, and you'll start seeing patterns the more you look at it. So I gave him this example today. Watch the example I gave him. I said this. If you have 3 bakers, here's the example. If one baker baked a loaf of bread once a week for 52 weeks, would you not say he probably knows how to bake some bread? Right? What you think about that, Jose? If one baker baked a loaf of bread, one loaf of bread a week for 52 weeks, would you not see at least he know how to bake some bread? Because he baked for 52 weeks, right? All right. And then you had a second baker, watch me here, that baked twice a week for 52 weeks. Which one would you say would probably be better? The one that baked 2 loaves of bread twice a week, right? Because that's about 4, something like that, 100 and, right? Something like that, 24, something like that, what it is? But then you had another baker that baked 3 loaves of bread a day for 52 weeks. Which one you think would be better?
We that 3 a day, baby.
3 loaves a day, right? That's how you got to be with the chart. You can be somebody that looked at the chart once a day. And once a day, you get 365 days. You can be somebody to look at the chart 2 times a day. Or you could be somebody to look at the chart 3, 4 times a day and not just look at it, you're looking at it. What mistakes did I make? Why did I enter? Why did I exit? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? The trades that went wrong, mark them out. You don't got to have money in every last one of them. Mark them out to see what happened when it hit this key level. What happened when it hit that key level? Damn, why am I starting to see this a lot? So you're going to start getting on the chart and you're going to start seeing certain things. Watch this. If I'm looking at this chart from Apple right quick, if all my people looking at this chart, watch this. Some of my people see something. You probably see a few patterns up in there, right? But here's the one that stick out to me the most. Watch this. Sticks out the most. Now what happens is, I don't have to see that after the fact. If you were somebody that your eye trained to see a cup and handle, you saw that when it was happening. And then there's other people, after you saw the cup and handle, guess what you saw? Watch this. Guess what you saw? You saw huh?
For y'all don't know, VCR Rob said, you getting nice with this, son.
Huh?
I was telling him what he said.
Oh.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's just going to happen. The more you look at them, the more you see it, the more you see, you're like, damn, wait, what this is? Some people get on right now, they throw their trend line. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, it broke. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right? So the more you look at it, somebody say, damn, bro, you right, Trap. I saw it and I'm looking at that chart. That's how I go. Somebody out the gate say, head and shoulders look pretty, Trap. You feel me? That's people who've identified a head and shoulders 15 times. So now immediately when they look at the chart, there go the head and shoulder, because you see a shoulder, head, shoulder. Immediately in your mind, where can I get in on the downside at? Somebody that see that cup and handle, I see that cup, where that handle at, I'm about to go to the upside. Whoop, somebody gonna look at, oh, there go that double top. There go that bear flag. There go that bull flag. Some people gonna look at it and say, ooh, out the gate, I see higher lows forming. So when you look at it, what I see, what you see, Trap? Well, you can see, ooh, right there. Right there. Automatic. So what's just gonna happen is and I'm telling you, Belina, you get on my nerves. I swear you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. That's why I love her so much. She said, meanwhile, I saw nothing. I swear I love her so much, bro. She gotta come back in the trap, man. She makes my day. She be like, what's up, Unc? I be like, damn, I'm an Unc? God damn, B. Hey, man, y'all better stop playing my Unc here. We get this money. But anyway, so I was telling George something earlier. I was like, George, I was like, all right, let's just go look at a couple things. Because George likes Apple. You know, you got a little play in. Boom, you see this? Boom. So first, we go left. Why we go left, Trap? Well, we got to go see where the key level's at, right? So here's the first thing you learn right here, right? Here's what you understand. If this is a high, watch this. If this is a high, watch this, and this is a high, then what is this? What is that then? What is that? What is that? You know what that is? That's called, now mind you, we speaking about it as we look at this already. So it's that's internal structure. Well, why is that internal structure, Trap? Because until you come back here, you have this downtrend, you coming back up, right? But none of that matters until you break this. Because once you break that, then you create a what? There go your next high. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So everything in here is internal structure. Now, here's where you can get fun at. You can say, well, Trap, once it broke, I'm about to give y'all some game right quick. You're going to say, well, Trap, once it broke this, it gained some momentum. Why? Because it broke an internal high, right? And you can say, well, once it broke this, Trap, it gave me some momentum. And then you can say, well, Trap, once it reclaimed this previous all-time high over here. I'm not mad at you saying none of that, right? Because you might be like, Trap, because here gives you momentum, right? Why? Well, because it just now reclaimed something that you need to know. Watch this. This was the last lower low that was created before this. So it reclaimed the last lower low. I just gave y'all, come on, Sean, remember, you need a set of lows to keep going down. So once you reclaim the last, so remember, this is the last low. This was the low previous to that. So once you reclaim that don't mean enter, but you can say, I see momentum. Because it takes a lot of work to reclaim that. A lot of people get shook because they making moves inside of internal structure. But if you ain't that ready yet, you know what you just call that? You say it's noise, and either I'm going to go find me another chart or I'm going to wait till it reclaim this. If you're going to trade it. Somebody say, my dog Nate say the fair value gap. Now, Nate, you know that ain't my language. I have no idea what a fair value gap or order block is. That ain't my language, Nate. You know that ain't my language, Nate. Right? So, again, I'm going to erase everything off the screen, and I'm going to just show you something. So if you look in that app, I'm like, George. All right, so watch this. So Apple, watch this. Look at this. Look at that. Well, guess what? It keep finding support at the same area, 243. It keep finding it at the same thing. So watch this. If you wanted to trade Apple, well, when will you trade it? I would, well, at least let it claim that. I can't go to the upside at least till they claim that, but I also know this downside, this overhead supply right here. So if you're going to play it to the upside, you at least got to say, I'm aware that there's overhead supply there. And knowing that overhead supply comes what? Some resistance at 277. I promise y'all, I'm not even here acting like I'm a rocket science. I'm just saying that's simple market structure. And if you just stick to that, you'll make better trades. Without getting complicated, without trying to sound like rocket sciences, Now, does that mean that you ain't gonna have some stuff going against you? It don't mean that, especially in a market like this. But what it is saying, if you can identify, oh, here's the area I'm looking for, here's the area reclaimed. Once it reclaimed that, here's what I'm looking for. Oh, it broke past this, I'm good. So here's what you say. All right, Trap, it's Apple. If it reclaims this, right? If it reclaims this, well, what happens if it go bad? Well, if it breaks this and come back here, it found support. You make a move there. You got one or two things to say. Either I'm a thug it out and see if it hits 236, but I'm gonna tell you something. 243 to 236 is pressure if you've already come from here. So you gotta be willing to say, bro, I gotta see what it's gonna do when it hit that support. Now you start getting into where's my supply, where's my demand, where's my liquidity at? Now you step into something different. But if you just trade zones, if you just trade levels, all right, let's get off of that. I don't know why. I don't know how the hell I got there. I forgot what the hell was on my brain.
He had asked about the small caps, and then you pulled it out. Let it go.
Let's see. All right, let's go left first. Oh, yeah, man. Anyway, move it up first. All right, Anthropic, man. Let's go. Anthropic. Anthropic is doing insane numbers. Let's go left first. Let's dig into it.
I mean, we had a $6 billion month out of Anthropic in February, right? Widely reported. Let that set in for a second. $6 billion in a month. It was only a 28-day month. That's more revenue than the annual revenue of Databricks and Snowflake, that are two of the greatest software companies of all time, after 12 years, right? They could do in the first 4 or 5 months of this year the total revenue of SpaceX this year.
What is driving that? Just explain to the audience what's driving it. Is it token use? Is it Claude subscriptions?
We crossed a threshold with Opus 4.6, and we saw it again with ChatGPT 5.4, where the models and the agents on top of them, whether it's Claude Code, Codex, ChatGPT, they're no longer competing with IT budgets. They're now augmenting labor. They're competing with labor budgets. You could not possibly have a $6 billion month. It is impossible to do that by displacing IT budgets. Millions of other companies across America say, oh my God, let's spin up these agents and have them do things for us. And we're willing to pay for it because the product of that effort is worth the money to us. And the revenue and the usage momentum, I will tell you, in the month of March continues, and it only accelerates from here. As Kevin Weil has said, the models and the agents are the dumbest today they will ever be. We're in the early innings of compute and algorithmic capability. And so, like that to me is the observation of this moment. Should they go public? I said, yes, they should go public for several reasons. There's tons of institutional demand. They need cheap access to money to continue to build out the compute they need to support. There is more compute constraint in these businesses this very day than they've had any time in the last 3 years. So they need access to the capital. And then finally, I think you have to have the retail investor in the game. These are two of the most important companies in the history of capitalism, in the history of America. It's destabilizing not to have them public. Jensen said last week that he expected the $40 billion he recently invested in these two companies would be his last money in because they were both going to go public. He thought he said they would both go public this year. I think that they're preparing and heading down that path. And listen, I want to get some of these shares in the accounts of all these kids that we're opening up because they're really, really important companies to the future of the American economy.
I ain't gonna lie. Bro be invested in a lot of companies, bro. Like, I know how he made his money, bro. Like, I don't know how he made his money, but once he got access to that equity pool, bro is in OpenAI, he is in Anthropic, he is in every great IPO that's coming out. He got his money in it, bro. I gotta find a way to get in there, bro. I gotta get on that market. I gotta get in them. I gotta have about $2 million to where I can just say, here go 50,000, here go 100,000, here go 100,000. Cause once they go, like, I gotta get in there, bro, that VC. I gotta go take me a trip to Silicon Valley. I gotta go take me a trip to Silicon Valley. I gotta go just shake some tables. Come on, bro. What's up? What's up? Put this 50,000 in there. Take 50,000 turn to 5, 10, 20 million fast. In the right company, once they start raising that money, they go public. Oh! Somebody buy them out. Take it to the moon. Take it to the stars. Let's go a little further, man. All right, from short form to big screen, TikTok is starting to develop their own TV shows. They are looking to develop short form drama shows for the platform. Man. So I was thinking about something today that, again, if you're a content creator, bro, I talked about this last week. That's why I was telling y'all, check out Nikki. Bro, like, create the content. Create the content. It's going to be the game changer that you need. Think about it. I think about Issa Rae started on YouTube. Mr. Beast started on YouTube. The list goes on. Take it for what it is. But y'all keep saying, I ain't got no... I told the dude Black Robin Hood, bro. I say, bro, you doing all this crap on Instagram, bro? Like, man, go do that shit on YouTube, dog. He's like, man, it's hard. I'm like, bro, you go live on Instagram every day for 17 hours a day. Bro, go live on YouTube, bro. You're going to pick your likes up. You're going to pick your shares up, bro. Like, he's like, damn, bro, like, you really don't be... I'm like, bro, I won't see everybody. Like, if people think it's a game when I say this, bro, like, I really won't see everybody win. You know why? Because when niggas start winning, niggas stop having time for bullshit. Keeping it real. Only 50 Cent got time for bullshit like that because that's part of his brand. Just who he is as a brand. But I'm telling you, bro, like, when you winning, you don't really be having time for the bullshit when you really winning and you really, because you be focused on, like, how do I create more stuff? How do I do more stuff? How do I, like, bro, go start, like, you go live every day, 17 times a day on Instagram, bro. Like, go on YouTube and go live all day, bro. Have a blast, bro. They gonna pay you for it. Way more than Instagram gonna pay you, bro. They gonna pay you for it, bro. Go live, my nigga. Go live. He's like, damn, bro, you really don't be holding it. You really, I'm like, bro, That's the thing about me, bro. I'm in this space in my life, dog, and I'm just being real, dog, where I'm like, bro, I don't got time for the BS, bro. I just want to help my people win, and I want to lead by example. And then I just want to prepare them for what comes as they start reaching different levels. I don't want to try to shit on nobody. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I want to see us all win. You know why? Because we deserve it. We done paid too much. We done paid too much. You feel what I'm saying? We done paid too much. And so now we got the opportunity, bro, to win. We got the opportunity where everything is in front of us. And it's time for us to take full advantage of it, man. And it don't. So I always say this. Nobody don't have to come give us the game. But bro, I would love to be the one that made 100 million and then be like, bro, this is how we get 100 million, y'all. I would love to be that one. Nobody, like, bro, we ain't got 100 million. I told you I was gonna get 100 million. We made 100 million. I built a $100 million business. This is how you build a $100 million business. This is how it look. Think outside the box. This is what you need from this. This is what you need from that. And stop looking at, you don't get it quick. You might get $1 million quick. You might get $2 million quick. But once you start saying, I'm trying to make 20 million, 30 million, 40 million quick, you're going to have to dig in. But here's the dope part about it, bro. You deserve it. You just got to know that you deserve it. And you ain't setting your mind in a position that says you deserve it. Because you keep worrying about what's not happening. You keep worrying about, why the wealthy don't pay taxes. You know what I keep saying? I'm trying to be up there with them. I'm trying to figure out what that's like. You heard what Sean said? Man, being rich got to be fun, bro. Imagine you just got somebody like, hey, bro, check this out. You know you can turn your house to a museum and you can save on $38 million in taxes. What? It's a whole new ball game, bro. And you got to know that you deserve that. You can't let no politics. Do we like what this dude, Donald Trump, doing, bro? Hell no. But guess what? After him, somebody else going to do something else stupid in there, bro. And as long as we on this earth, we're going to get some kind of president that's going to be doing something that we don't agree with. Guess what? We're going to have to live through that too. And sooner or later, we're going to have to go through a real Great Depression. I'm talking about one of them ones. We're going to have to go through a recession. I'm talking one of them 2008 ones. We're going to have to go through that. We've been fortunate enough not to feel that again yet. We got to go through one of them. The COVID only fell for what, 35 days? 2022, was moderate. We ain't get a 2008 that lasts for 2 years. 2008, 2009, 2010. We older now. We're going to have to experience that sooner or later. But guess what? I guarantee you, it's easier to deal with that when you rich than when you poor. It's easier to deal with that when you know, hey, your job, you straight. You got 6 figures saved. You got 6 figures invested. You got a healthy, full retirement plan. You got a healthy, high-yield savings account. Everybody don't got to be entrepreneurs, but you can get your money right. That ain't no excuse. Get your money right. Stop getting on these things and buying stuff that don't give you access, assets, or information. Go on a 2-year financial diet. 2 years. Man, look, straight up. Look at wife and say, hey, guess what we doing? We're going to cut down. Let's go look at everything we spending money on. What we don't need. No bags this year. No this year. No this year. We're sticking straight to the code. Let's finish the year like this. Let's learn something about taxes. What we can do to cut our taxes back. What can we do to do this? What can we do to Anybody can start a 501c3. Anybody can have a charitable foundation. You don't got to be a star. You don't got to be, anybody can be a philanthropic aspiration. Anybody can have that. That's how we change the game. Stop saying, oh, I need $1 million to do this. What can you do with your $100,000 salary that help you? What can you do with your $100,000 salary that help you not pay taxes? What can you do with your $75,000 salary that you can invest and not? What can you do with what you got right now to help you leverage the game? I promise there's some rules in play. I promise you there's some rules in play. You just don't know it yet. Because you're not trying to learn it, because you're too busy scrolling for hours. You're too busy being entertained. You too busy going in every comment. You're too busy knowing everybody else's business. You're too busy with the stuff that don't matter. Once we focus on the stuff that matters, if you go read the book Atomic Habits, it talks about how one of the first analogies it gives in the book is this. You don't know what temperature it is that starts to melt the ice. But what you do know is at a certain temperature, consistently the ice starts to melt. And then as it heats up, it melts faster. So you don't know if it's 69 degrees, you don't know if it's 68 degrees, you don't know if it's 71 degrees, you don't know if it's 72 degrees. But what you do know is, as long as we keep turning the temperature up, at some point the ice starts to melt. That's the compound effect. If you do something every day, at some point you start to have the breakthrough. Might take some people longer than others. But once you get the breakthrough is there. Once I lift the 225 every day, 4 times, one day I'm gonna go there and hit it 5 times. And I did that. And then you go another day like, I'm gonna hit it 5, let me hit it 6 times. And then I hit it 6 times, guess what? 7 times. I don't know what day it happened. I just know every day I kept doing it. And then one day I woke up and I went in there and I hit that sucker 15 times. And I had to record it because I was like, ain't no way in hell I did that. I don't know what day it was, though. I don't know. I can't tell you it was the 10th day. I can't tell you it was the 11th day. I just know one day I was hitting it 8 times, and one day I hit it 15 times. One day, you can only walk 6 blocks, and then you realize you're running a mile. You don't know what day it happened. You don't know what happened to your body, but you know one day you could only run 5 blocks, and then you woke up the next day, you say, I can run a mile. You don't know, but every day, guess what you did? You got up and ran. I don't know. One day you looking at the talk, it look like Chinese. And then one day you look at it, you spotting out supply and demand. And then one day you looking at it, you spotting out key levels. And then one day you look at it, you spotting out key levels, supply and demand, using your Fibonacci, you know precise entries, you know where liquidity at, you know the bias, you know everything. It don't happen, it just happens all of a sudden, but it's every day you showing up. Every day you just got to show up. I had no idea what the hell was going to come with this business, but every day I showed up, and one day I said, all right, let's paint the walls. Then we painted the walls, and then before I knew it, the carpet was done. Then when the carpet was done, before I knew it, the screen was in. Then before the screen was in, I knew the lights was up. And then before I knew it, damn, we got an event in here. I don't know exactly what day it happened. I just showed up every day through the frustrations. The problem is, when you get frustrated, when you get mad, you get defeated. That's the days you got to really show up even more so, because that's the days you got to fight your own gravitational pull. Gravitational pull. You got to fight your own gravitational pull. What is that? That's the shit that's making you feel down when you really need to be going up. Your own gravitational pull. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like it's too hard, when you feel like, man, I don't really got it in me, when you feel like, man, it ain't for me, that's the days you got to say, I ain't letting you do that to me today. That's the days you build resilience. That's the days you build resilience. All right, man. We had a great episode tonight, man. Listen. Donald Trump talking tomorrow, man. You got one more day Thursday. One more day Thursday. Markets closed Friday. Markets closed Friday. Get your merch. I ain't got it on. I got my Howard Enterprise shirt on. Hey, that boy looking good in that shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Boy, skin. Come on. Yeah, I see why Jose hating on me, right? Yeah.
Me.
Bro, you got flushed twice early in the season. You ain't even 15 minutes in, you got back-to-back
Yeah,
flushes,
I be like,
dog.
dang, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, we cutting up. Oh, you just flexing on us.
All right, man, listen. Come join the Patreon, man. We live, we in full effect, man. We family up in there, man. I love it. Shout out my guy, VCR Rob. He been dropping some videos in the squad, too. Let's get that. Hold up. I'm going to do it next week. I forgot him this week. Damn. I forgot him. I'll do it next week. Don't say it. I forgot. I'll do it next week. Damn. I forgot. I'm supposed to do that early in the show. Yeah. I forgot about it. I'll do it next week. Also, man, get your merch. Got some merch for him. Need that merch. KT Tactical. Don't tell me nothing about we don't got it. We do got it. Get your Garden Money hat.
Get it as a gift.
You know what I'm saying? Anything we need to tell the people, bro?
Nah, like I said, salute. My birthday is on Saturday.
Jose's birthday Saturday, y'all.
Jesus rose again on Sunday. So, you know, he rose. He is risen.
Jose got the unveiling.
The unveiling.
Jose got the unveiling coming up, man. All right, man. We love y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Salute.